M I A Men In Armchairs. The following show will feature some language and content that may offend some people. If you feel like complaining, simply save us all the time and energy and turn us off now. With that being said, Men in Armchairs proudly presents to you...
He got a bicycle! He got a bicycle from somebody! Who will be riding a bicycle in this arena? I don't know. Where did that come?
Yes, welcome to... He's got a bicycle!
He got a bicycle!
It is, of course, our watch-along show. It's brand new. And if you're watching it in November, yes, it's also brand new then as well.
Yeah.
Because we went, fuck it, and let's do another show.
Wibbly wobbly tiny wimey.
You know. But it's one of those things. I am, of course, the Carnage Brew, the Geek King, and along with me always, over on that side, is Steve Jones 313, a.k.a. Stevie Boss. Stevie Boss, say hello to the folks.
How'd up, everybody? Hope you all are ready for a fantastic watch-along with Geek King and I. We're going to be watching a pay-per-view that I have never seen before. So I have no idea what happened. I have no understanding of what was going on at the time. Storyline-wise, I have no results at all. So this is completely new to me, even though it won't be completely new to a lot of people. And why is that? Well, that's because the show we're going to be watching is Geek King.
WCW Wrestling. Halloween Havoc, 1997. The great thing about all of this is that while Boss says he knows no results, and he has absolutely no idea what's going on going into it, I know that during the course of this match, he's going to have a realization he knows at least one result, and has seen possibly seen one match. That being said, we've loaded everything up. We'll allow you to do that now that you know the show, and obviously you probably know the show because of the intro as well has the picture on there. So we will be starting and pressing play in 3, 2, 1, go. This is give you an idea of where we are, then, boss.
Okay.
We've got the Hot Rods and Hollywood.
So, what was going to be the first time in history?
Cage match, I believe.
All right.
Possibly for the title. I honestly, I keep forgetting they have matches late in 97. I just remember them having matches in 96. And even then thinking that it was about 10 years too late. Slim Jim,
Yeah.
Step into a Slim Jim, yeah. So yeah, we are deep in NWO world right now.
Yeah.
Best thing about this, boss, is that you're going to hear some classic commentary from one of my personal favourites. Not necessarily the greatest, but personal favourite themes of commentary ever.
I would say so. It's going to be what Tony Schiavone, Bobby Heenan, and if Larry Zbyszko's in a match now, he probably wouldn't be on commentary. So would it be Tenay?
No, tradition. I mean, I usually on pay-per-views it was like Tony Schiavone, Bobby Heenan, and the American Dream. That's
of course. But I mean, the only reason I know that Larry Zbyszko has a match is because it's written in the preview.
Yes, yeah. I think he's a referee on this one, to be honest with you.
No. Oh yeah, it might be because it says with Larry Zbyszko as ...
But yeah, I mean, the Mountain Queen of the Wheel, going to be doing some things with the Weasel, the brain himself.
Yeah, just knocking the volume up there.
Yeah, I mean, there's some absolute classics on this particular show.
Yeah.
You know, you're deep in NWO territory. You've got Cruiserweight division. There's the Horsemen doing what the Horsemen do. Yeah, we'll have some fun on this one, I guarantee you, dude. Like,
Okay. Should be interesting. Fucking NWO.
if you're NWO, dude, you're NWO for life.
Oh.
I love Dusty. I mean, although I will say this, Dusty Rhodes is you're gonna love his commentary because like when Mike Tenay comes out for like the cruiserweight matches and stuff,
Yeah.
help give a bit of like knowledge in that. And Dusty Rhodes says, "How do you know that word, I am Mac? How do you know that word? What the hell is that? A dragon screw?" But yeah, here we go. Sonny Ono with Yuji Nagata, who's still wrestling in Japan.
Okay, well, here comes Yuji Nagata with his Super Saiyan armor.
Yuji Nagata, who is now known as Blue Justice, I think, over in Japan. He still wrestles to this day. Like, impressive, to be fair. Sonny Ono used to be. He was basically like the Bobby the Brain Heenan of like the Japanese wrestlers in America. Of like,
he has a look of what the fuck am I doing here?
Siri,
I could be in the dome.
Yeah, I mean this. Who we got? And this is yes. Hey boss, you're actually gonna get to see Prime Ultimo Dragon.
Oh shit! Okay, is he? Ow! Fuck! That is high pitched.
Yeah, that's a word he did. That got you that one. Didn't
It? Not good for people with tinnitus.
Tinnitus.
It's just good to be able to see him walk down the ring without tripping over.
Yeah. And
what a debut.
Also, I'm going to be honest with you, dude.
Yep.
You're going to hear both Dusty and Tony call him Ultimate Dragon so many fucking times. And like they're trying to say, oh, well, that's just what it means in Spanish. No, Ultimo Dragon in Spanish means last dragon.
There's Mike today on the commentary.
Yeah. Mark, what's he doing there?
This man, the Ultimo Dragon. He's got Mike today's got this voice which kind of like it's not a bad voice or anything like that. It actually works for me. It kind of cuts through.
Yeah.
Like it's all those voices that you can't kind of like tune out. It just cuts straight through everything that's going on. So like it's one of those voices that you have to hear, which is good in an announcer. It's important to have that.
Also, what I like about this particular team, especially even with the 4-man booth, all of them have a distinct voice.
Yes.
So you can hear that, you got the voice of the Mason Dixon line, which is Tony Schiavone. You've got Bobby the Brain Heenan, who is infamous, Midwestern sort of upper Midwestern style.
Yeah.
Obviously,
absolutely.
You've got Iron Mike with, like you said, he's got a distinct voice that cuts through, and then you got the American Blues that who does everything in these two, if you will.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Jesus.
Oh, here goes Karate Rush. Karate Rush 1!
Who pressed triangle for the comeback? Or why, I guess? Like, I don't know.
Voice of Mike today. Thank you. That was a good, like, underhook headlock there. I like that. How he just kind of like, get here, you little git. And
look,
that's tight,
dude.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Look at the hair on him.
Woo!
That's a Vince McMahon style pompadour.
Dude, you should have kept the headlock, man. Headlock was working. That was a good headlock, man. Nice and tight.
He's really gougy eyes.
Do me a favor, teach John Cena that shit, would you? Man, tying it up, man. Fuck, man. It's too... Snug it up. There we go. Oh, look at that, man. Oh, no. Ooh. The tricksy bastard. He's a tricky little bastard. But what a headlock, man. What a headlock. Might be one of the best headlocks I've ever seen.
You're marking out over headlock's amazing.
Oh, what a shot. Go on.
It sounds like... The way you're going about this headlock, right, dude? I could put on a fucking match with Killer Kowalski and you'd be marking out the whole time. Like...
Okay, like with this one, I would be like trying to put a bit more emphasis on my arms here. Like, just like look like I'm really applying some pressure. Yeah, a little bit like that.
I like the fact that you're critiquing Yuji Nagata, a New Japan legend, on what you would do to make it improved.
He can't hear me.
No, but this is going on the internet.
He'll not watch it.
No, I'm not worried about him Like, I'm not worried about him listening to it. I just like the audacity of you turning around and going, what I would do to improve his...
The audacity of a wrestling fan critiquing somebody else in ring when he himself is not actually wrestling. Perish the thought!
Hey, I will tell everyone to shut the fuck up in that situation, and you know I will.
I know. I've watched you do it.
Yeah.
Whilst watching a wrestling show, I've seen you turn around and go... and then they stop. Oh, see, look at that. Look at that, man. What a fun...
He's dancing with him.
I love it. I love it, man.
Or you need a bit of careless whisper in the background.
No? See, he's going back to what he knows, man. He's gone. You see? Fucking smart. That's a smart man right there. You never need to waste all your stamina doing all this bullshit. Headlock, that'll get the job done. What a shot. We are off to a good start. We're off to a very, very good start. Oh, come on. Fuck you.
Oh, there it is. Dragon School leg whip if you will.
What the fuck? Dude, you can't just kip up like... Fuck you. Weak ass kick. Okay, that was better. That was better. That second one was better.
I'm going to say this. If this sounds like... Oh, it's Raven and the flock. I would like to also just put this out there, just so people know, if there's a slight delay between myself and Boss's reactions, it's not due to us not watching it at the same time. It is simply due to the connection of the chat.
Yeah.
And also, Boss runs about 5 seconds slow.
Yeah. Fair.
Depending on what day of the week it is.
No. Oh, dude, the morning I had. Whew, thank God my brother was awake. That's all I'm going to say.
We'll discuss that off air, Emmy.
Yeah.
Oh,
if I'm alive by the end of this episode.
Oh.
That you run that risk when you do that, handstand stuff. It's not reliable. It's not a reliable maneuver. It just isn't.
The handspring elbow.
Yeah, it's not reliable. It's all flash and no substance. People should stop doing it.
I don't know. Dana Brooke makes it look good.
Nah. She makes anything look good.
She does, to be fair.
No.
Nature's face of disappointment that it's a 2 count. It was just...
No, it was a good kick out. Although technically I think it was a shoulder up, but nah. Sorry. No, that's good. I like that. Yeah, kick out. Go on, kick the twat. No! Kick him, you fool! Don't let him hit you! Kick him!
How do you reverse someone climbing up the ropes? Elbow him in the face.
Yeah, it works.
It does. Ooh! That is not going to tickle.
Nah, that's going to fucking hurt. Those are some fucking kicks, like.
Well, it is Japanese strong style.
Yep. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yep. That was weird, but okay. We'll run with it. Nice suplex. Always impressive, those kind of suplex.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Agent Deathlock?
What's
the Nagata leg lock?
Yeah. I think Teneda said there, it's like a standing figure four, isn't it?
Yeah. The Agent Deathlock is a different maneuver. Similar, but it involves
for those
using your foot.
Yeah, for those of this generation, it's usually referred to as a the trailer hitch.
Oh yeah.
Because it's what.
Oh shit!
There it is. Oh, his arm though. His arm. He couldn't lock it in because of his arm.
Yeah. Heads the botch.
Or the fact that it was legitimately a fucking cell.
No, the guy, he fell on his fucking ass, but he wasn't meant to.
Okay. You're just being super critical, even critiquing of
I am being super critical
because you love fucking Nagata. Although you'd prefer if he put his arms more into his camel clutch.
Yeah, put a bit more into it, you know. He'll be a star. He'll go far.
I think
Future world champion.
I think he won the G1 and the IWGP World Championship at one point, mate.
See, I'm right. You've just proven my point. You fell into my trap.
You tricked me on purpose.
I tricked you, sir. Ever since the turnbuckle maneuver. Only in wrestling do you get terms like that.
Oh,
what's this going to be?
Guarantee they call that a Frankensteiner. Oh. Ooh. Oh, he's tapping it. Instantly. Instant tap.
Submission victory. Gotta love it.
Well, I think we preferred that opener to the next episode's opener.
Yeah.
Well, I say next episodes. The first episode in November. Who fucking knows how many we're going to record these? Like.
Yeah.
Oh, he's giving. Oh. Ah! Little backstory for your boss. Oh no, used to manage the Ultimo Dragon.
Ah.
That's his paycheck.
He got it, you heard it. Yeah, he did. He fucking did.
And now he's going to eat it.
As you do. He's putting his money where his mouth is.
Fair play. I'll give you that one. I will give you that one. That's a 1 to boss. By the way, I suspect as well we won't hear very many iconic music on this one because, as famously Jericho said when it came to his theme music in WCW, he went, "Oh yeah, that's cool. It's just some generic music," and then that's a disco and film.
Oh God!
With the television championship. But yeah, Jericho said he was like, "Oh, music was okay. I guess it'll work," and then was watching the NBA game and randomly just heard his music being played, and realized that it was just Jacqueline, you better run, Disco. Disco run, Jackie will kick your ass. Oh, Disco run, Disco run. Mark, what are you doing, Mark? Getting away for no reason.
I genuinely thought he was about to scream, "He got a bicycle."
No, I can't wait for a match to descend into chaos and we have weapons or they stop beating on each other because we're going to hear you got some clubbering and oh look, Gato, I forgot he was on this. That is the man you've seen a lot of, boss, but
I know,
with a beard and a bandana.
Yeah.
And usually just either making the money stand or they're too sweet. Stevie Richards.
Okay.
It's the flock. They used to sit in the middle of the front row, didn't they? Your Billy Kidman, who at the time was doing the itch gimmick as if he was a heroin addict.
Ah.
His finishing move was even called the 7-year itch.
Very classy.
Yeah. You had Sick Boy, whose gimmick was he was sick.
Have they replaced the theme with this one in retrospect?
I can't quite hear the theme because of the way I've got.
It's his "Break the Walls Down" theme.
Yeah, they do that with certain like. I can hear it now. Yeah. They do replace them. They do it sometimes with random people. Like they don't do it with Eddie. They don't do it with Benoit. They don't do it with Malenko.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Or even Ray.
Can you imagine some poor bastard getting confused when they? Oh, so that's how they knew who he was when Jericho debuted on Raw. It's the same music. It's like, no, kiddo. It's like the one time I watched fucking Dusty Rhodes make his way to the ring to the tune of Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, we watched an old on the DVD, wasn't it? We watched the old WrestleMania 6 match against. And it came out to the Wheel of the it was the UK version of the Wheel of Fortune theme. It's like I watched Top Gear as well, and how many times the amount of times I've heard the Hardy Boys theme song and Hardcore Hollies used as background music.
God, I.
What I like about this is before WCW, Gato was actually in a little bit of a stable in Japan with Jericho.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, Gato, Jado, and Jericho. Jericho were part of a stable. I can't remember what it was called, but it was something like "Fuck You, Japan" or something.
All right.
Basically, that was their whole gimmick. This is the problem with WCW. They have absolutely fucking like great matches, and then the higher up the card, the matches, the fucking quality drops down.
Yeah, well, that's because the main event is made up by politicians.
Yeah, who I mean, there was occasionally like there's a match I believe later on they've advertised that it's DDP and Savage, which was one of the exceptions that proved the rule.
Well, yeah, but that's because like here's my philosophy in it, right? If you're able to get ahead through politics, you stop trying because there's no need to. Sure. But then you push yourself if you're not in that position, and
very true.
It shows, it shows with a lot of people. I mean, Randy Orton is a person who I think you can tell the periods of his life when he was just being pushed.
Yes.
He didn't have to try. I think now he's doing some of his best work in the set because not just because of like putting the Vince McMahon jokes aside with my booking style. It's not just because he's in shape, but you can see just the level of effort he puts into his matches and his promos. Like this,
his psychology has come on leaps and bounds in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I mean we record this on October 6th.
Yes.
I watched October 5th's Raw, and his opening promo was just exactly what I expected it to be, I mean, Randy Orton's one of the few people that could have sold me on the night vision goggles shtick, But yeah, I mean, but then you look at times in his career where he wants to do well, and of course, one of the things that tied to the storyline with Edge, it says you picked me up, and you could tell that time when he was with that Rated RKO, he was, trying to get back at, So
I mean, think about it, Rated RKO. That came up in 06 to 06. Well, yeah, it was basically the latter half of 06 and through 07. But like the thing about that was that he lost the championship almost 2 years beforehand, the World Championship. Yeah, and then he had a feud with Taker. That was, and I thought,
getting the cat.
Yeah. Oh, but out he goes, classic. That should be a DQ. That though. Should be a DQ. We are in WCW where that is a DQ now.
Hang on, no, but wasn't that not in WCW wrestling?
Yeah.
But this is just WCW.
In WCW wrestling.
Yeah.
And including, I mean, only up until I'm watching the beginning of '97. And they're still talking about how that's a DQ, or is it a DQ because he didn't throw him over, the momentum took him over? So I don't know if this point in time that was classed as still a DQ.
Well, you know what would help with that? If someone had the copy of the rule book to hand.
It would fucking go.
Just saying.
You can't have every promotion's rule book.
You're quite right. Just the big ones. I mean, WCW pretty much is one page. It's whatever Hogan says.
And then eventually Nash.
Yeah. That's the
Russo.
That's the First Amendment, and then Russo's the Second Amendment. The Third Amendment is fuck Russo.
Written
And the
by
Fourth
Eric
Amendment.
Bischoff in blood.
Then the Fourth Amendment is hi Vince.
Followed by, did he just fire Jeff Jarrett on TV without Jeff knowing?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Ooh, that was a fucking nice lariat.
Bit of Lionheart there.
Mm-hmm.
To think this is it's obviously this is October 1997.
Yeah.
He would debut in the WWE in August of '99.
Wow.
Like, and this is when he's still the white meat baby face.
That was impressive.
Supposed to be the the Shawn Michaels as well. That's how actually how Bischoff sold him on the whole idea of coming over from ECW was that I want you to be my Shawn Michaels.
Well.
Because he couldn't get Shawn.
Yeah.
I've just read a really cool twist on on TEW on the Dynasties page on the GDS forums of someone booking like what would happen like in I think it's an early 90s mod he's basically booked. Ooh!
Oh!
That didn't go well.
No. And there is a bit of delay between yours and mine. But holy shit.
But yeah,
Woo!
you're gonna feel your face on that one, kid.
I've got back to New Japan. Fuck this shit.
Ooh, right in the balls.
Oh, right in the knackers.
Yeah, that's definitely a delay.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I pressed.
Same. I think maybe there was just some kind of a delay with once I pressed play. I might have had like a moment of loading.
Fair play, frankly.
It's easy. It's fine. We'll live.
And hopefully it's not too bad for you guys.
What? Nice evasion. Nice. Electric chair. Oh, it's just punching the knee. Oh. Okay, that was unique.
Well, of course, you're looking at the guy who made the Rainmaker who he is.
Yeah, the thing about Gedo is, though, it's like, he doesn't look intimidating, but I know he could kick my ass legit. Like, so fucking bad. There it we can. But it's like, he doesn't look intimidating. Like, if I saw him in the street, I would be like, alright. I mean, obviously, it's easier because on the screen, he's going to look smaller anyway, because the screen's only whatever. Ooh. He's obviously not going to look that big when I see him on the street. But it's like, I feel like I could see him and be like, okay, fine, whatever. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to wreck your shit.
Probably. I mean, what's funny to me is that, like, you and him probably aren't that far off like, the same height. Oh, fucking, do you have to show that in slow motion?
Apparently they did. Unfortunately, Matthew wasn't a thing at this stage.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
I get kind of annoyed with the fact that Botchamania's now made its like way into the wrestling lexicon. Like, I heard it on Something to Wrestle With. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, it's Mean Gene. Hello. Not Mongo.
Yes, Mongo. This may be the first time you've actually seen Mongo work.
Yeah. No, I've seen him work. I just can't remember when.
Oh, fair play.
She pretty.
She is pretty.
No.
I love Mean Gene. Just sounds like there's something to be settled in a court of law.
Yeah.
So Mongo versus the Mystery Man. But right now, boss, we're about to watch one of the greatest matches in WCW history.
So he's dressed as the Phantom.
Yes.
I mean, oh boy,
What's wrong with that?
You're looking at the same costume I am, right? And you're asking me what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Look at it. How can you justify that? That looks like a grape suffered leprosy.
I think it looks cool. Yeah, we're about to watch one.
No, I do like Eddie Guerrero.
We're in full heel Eddie Guerrero mode as well.
Although he is doing the heel thing, which I hate.
Yeah, I know. Or the cool Roman Reigns thing.
That's what I said.
He wasn't a heel at the time.
Yeah, he was.
He actually wears the championship better now he is a heel.
Yeah. It's so sad hearing him with this theme. Because I just know he's good. Because obviously he gets a far better theme later on in life.
It's two better themes later on in life.
Oh, yeah. Latino Heat's a great theme.
The original Latino Heat's awesome.
Latino Heat! Oh, yeah. It's fucking... I loved it.
Mamacita.
You want some Latino Heat? And of course, we lie, we cheat, we steal. If you ain't cheating...
You ain't trying. Viva la raza! Yeah, you need a mask.
Yeah, you wear a Rey Mysterio mask and then doing the 2-3.
He's got a 6 t-shirt on, so... I watched this match in so long, but I fucking love it.
I'm hoping Eddie Guerrero wins.
I thought you'd seen the Halloween Havoc classic.
What?
You've not seen this classic before?
No.
I thought you would watched it like an Eddie DVD or anything.
No, never.
Oh, wow.
Otherwise, I would have known about that god-awful fucking attire.
I can't believe that you don't know about, like, you've never seen this, which I thought you might watch like on a Best of Eddie DVD or something like that at some point. Or that you don't know the fucking hell. You don't know the look that Eddie, Ray wore, because I mean, there's been
Jesus Christ.
You know what? I'm gonna sit back because of the delay and just let Boss do this whole show.
Boy can fly. Ah, there you go on the floor. You ain't doing the dinosaur.
Man, I'm pretty.
Oh, man, I'm pretty. Hey, mama. No. Oh! A crushing blow to Ribena. No!
Oh, cool, homie.
Very cool, homie.
If anyone wants to know why I said that, it's because I wanted to hear Boss say homie.
Woohoo! Eddie Guerrero, King of the Ring. It is weird that it's Halloween Havoc, but it's like not like, I don't know. It's like it feels weird watching this on the 6th of October, but it's October.
It's spooky
I hate
season.
Halloween. Yeah, I mean I hate Halloween, but in wrestling, I make an exception.
It's spooky season.
Spooky.
And it won't be released for another couple of weeks anyway, so...
Yeah. Whoa, right on the button. Off the ropes. Off the ropes again. Ooh! Look like Eddie made a kind of course correction. Ooh, what is that, a whelp on his chest already?
I think it's some off the face paint he's got underneath the mask.
Oh, yeah, could be it. Fair play.
Look at the shape of Eddie Guerrero there, though.
I know, it's fucking scary. Is that Brainbuster or just a snap suplex?
Brainbuster, yeah.
Someone deal with that stuff that's on the floor there. 1, 2.
Oh, the tape.
Yeah. Just knock it out the side. Go on.
I'm not entirely sure where it's come from, though.
Same. At first, I thought it could ripped off the fucking ring canvas.
Oh, there you go, ref.
There, well done. Ooh, wedgie! the deadliest maneuver.
The boss, this is mask versus title.
All right. So if Rey loses, he loses his mask.
Yes. Although the way it is...
Because it'd be really difficult for Eddie to lose his.
Yes, okay, it would be.
Because that's just his face.
Here's the thing, I actually don't recall Eddie ever wearing a mask. I think they may have done it a little bit in AAA when he was part of Los Gringos Locos. But in the future,
I actually think he did have a mask at one point, but I'm not confident in that assertion.
I think he wore it like really briefly
after
his hair loss.
Oh, pub handle.
And like him and Al Bar did it, but like yeah.
Oh, Ray, I feel that. Oh, what a little backbreaker. What that seemed oddly timed, that. Uno, dos, no tres. I need an adult.
You are an adult. No, I need an adult.
Yeah. I need an adult. I am an adult. Uno, dos. This is getting weird. Oh, it's the race spot. Oh!
Are they just kind of mimicking each other's movements?
Yes.
Ooh.
They've got the same animation. Is Ray gonna go flying? He's running. Oh no, he's running off the ropes. He's bouncing on the ropes. He's jumped over the rope. Eddie Guerrero kicks him down. And somehow Ray hurt his head.
It landed backwards.
I couldn't really tell. I'd be more like, there's so much happening. Not everything is an indictment on wrestling, you know. Sometimes I'm just lost in the action. Oh! I hate those metal fucking barriers. I hate the metal barriers so fucking much.
Oh, you're gonna hate ECW when we finally get to that one of them shows.
I know.
For those wondering, yes, anything that's available on the network, we eventually will watch.
Yeah.
And that means there's actually some old AWA and NWA.
You see, he was putting some pressure on his arms there, making it look. Oh! You know, he's got that. You know, it looks more impressive.
But let's be honest. Eddie's arms already look more impressive than Yuji Nagata.
Yes, they are actually making me somewhat sick. Yes. I don't like veins, kids.
Do you remember the old SmackDown? I think it was SmackDown 2, where they had the photo, didn't they? Right, for the loading. Yeah. And Eddie looked as if you like my sister always said this. He looks as if you pressed his nipple, his arms will drop off.
Yeah. Almost passed out there.
And that's a real threat, boss.
It is. I actually have a deliver. Nice! Missed the drop kick, but he tried. Oh, nice shot at the back of the head. I actually have a delivery coming today of a massive box of a certain drink.
Is it a certain drink that we're not sponsored by, so we're not going to say the name?
Yep.
But like, I'm strategically covering up the name on.
Oh. Ah, no!
This is just so Eddie can flex.
Yeah.
The knee might hurt the ribs, but that's about it. Like, it's just so Eddie can sit there and go, I'm fucking ripped. Like,
no, I bet that hurt. Well, especially when he does that, it's gonna fucking hurt. Just a little. It's like, you twat.
You know, we're talking about
because
like,
that's something that Rey Mysterio would yell. You know, you twat.
Probably say twat. He's American.
Why did you do that, Eddie?
Because he was trying to get an advantage.
Yeah, that was daft. He was right in front of the ref.
Maybe he didn't want to finish it yet.
Nah, he hasn't truly learned to cheat properly yet. He's still learning.
I think it wasn't long after this we started seeing Eddie and Chavo team up for the first time. But like Chavito was like degraded the whole time, and like had to wear a T-shirt that said Eddie Guerrero was my favorite wrestler.
Oh God!
Eventually, Chavito snaps and loses his mind completely to the point where his best friend's Pepe. Pepe's a wooden a horse, you know, the toy fucking horse stick.
You're welcome.
Yeah, not far off that, man.
Yeah.
Put a fucking grin on his face.
Yeah.
You sounded exactly like Goofy there. I just saw you falling down a fucking hole that wasn't there.
Well, knacking your balls will do that, sir. That was a leap. That was a leap. I don't care what anybody says. Those leaps take fucking balls.
They do.
If I was standing there, I'd be like, fuck that. I'm a land animal. I'm not supposed to fly.
My boss doesn't swim as well.
Yeah. If I'm going to be that high in the air, I expect to be on a plane.
With a vodka martini.
Shaken, not stirred. But actually, no, because if I was drinking a vodka martini, I wouldn't drink it like bugs. I'm not a pussy.
There's a theory about that, though, isn't there? That the reason it's so because it would dilute it, so he's not as drunk as he would have been.
It's an interesting, yeah. I mean that could work. You know, it could be. I don't know either way. Although it was surprising when he ordered a Heineken once. It was just like, no.
Yeah, and they didn't order a vodka martini the entire thing because of a fucking sponsorship pricks.
Yeah. What? Oh, what? Yeah, what? Yeah. I love how you went, what a move. Because it's just like, you could just hear Vince in the background. Like, what a maneuver. What? Luchadors are a special class of wrestling where you think they're going for one move, then it turns into something completely different.
Yes.
It's like, oh, he's going for a hurricanrana. No, it was a powerbomb. What? How? What? That makes no sense. He went for a shooting star press and turned it into a camel clutch. How is that possible?
Two-scored Scorpio. Proving your fucking point. Oh, fucking hell.
Okay. Did not have a good lateral press on the man. That is some top quality fucking...
Got to hook both legs, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna hurt. Oh, he's going for the powerbomb. Powerbomb! Ooh! That was a slow count. That was a slow count, ref.
It looks consistent to me.
That seems slow to me. Ooh! Ooh.
And he just jerked off 2 ghosts.
Well, you know, got to keep the ghosts entertained. Oh, what a shot! What a shot! Oh, it's like a good spin wheel kick. Oh, he's signaling. Hurricane Runner, is it? Is it Hurricane Runner?
Hurricane. Well, yeah, it's a Hurricane Runner.
Oh.
So cunt.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I misheard it for a moment. I thought it said cunt.
Yeah, cunt is the cunt.
Yeah.
Oh, rolled through.
And ooh.
So I'm eating sweets, boss. What are you eating? Something that's going to stop you talking for multiple minutes at a time.
I'm eating chicken tendies.
Ah.
From whoever wants to give me money. Go on! There you go.
And that right there is the match that basically just sealed Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio as the best luchadors at the time, you know. And also, it was kind of the match for me for a long time that put the Cruiserweight division on. That was where I ranked Cruiserweight matches for a long time. Like, even post WCW. It was like, yeah, but it's well, you know. Run, Ray. Yeah, just took my advice.
Yeah. Receiving the well-deserved booze. Now, there's a concept.
Ooh.
Woo!
Oh, it's just...
Did Rey Mysterio really use like that odd version of O Fortuna for its theme?
Yeah.
All right.
Because it was the whole mystery thing they played up, you know?
Right.
Go on, Gene. Do what you know. Do what you know what to do. Come on. Plug the hotline. There it is.
Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's literally what they would do. They would give you a little tease so you'd pay fucking, what's that, $1.59 each minute. You'd have to be on there for at least 5 minutes. Like... And some of the things they did was like the full results of the show, where they'd do like what was a podcast now, and you'd be on there for like 20 minutes listening to a fucking thing. Or back in the day, you used to have different things each day. One of them was legitimately Sting had was talking like and had a message for you guys. So you would just listen to a pre-record fucking message that Sting recorded for earlier in the week.
What I love is that they had to put on their number longer active. Because you know some stupid twats.
Legal, man. Legal.
Yeah.
Oh. I do like the fact that Kevin Nash said that they had to teach Hogan how to do like an NWO style promo. But he was still doing the, well, let me tell you something, brother, thing. And they were like, no, we just want you to be more cocky, cool, calm, and just like... Yeah. So apparently it only took him a couple of times of watching them deliver a promo that he finally picked it up. I mean, there's still some Hogan elements in there for promos, so some old school wrestler. But...
I'm getting so sick and tired of this shit.
Of what shit?
Unsafe working environment.
Dude.
I hate that in wrestling. I hate it in wrestling. I hate it.
I like how you're like, yeah, but I like how you're like, talking about like, I'm getting so sick of that shit. This is a promo from '97, bruh.
Exactly, it's been going on for far too long.
It's a thing that get heat on them, you know, they can claim
and I
it's
hate
not a
it.
real thing.
That's why I have heat. That's why I'm heated.
But you're hot, dude.
So hot I have to wear a fucking cool pad.
Fuck, Steve.
Hey, you want me to be conscious while I'm watching this? I have to find a way to deal with disabilities, man. How fucking make it work?
That's fair play, fair enough. I'm not going to say anything there because I get fucking crucified. Although I'll probably get done for just saying that, you know, what I just said. I'll tell you one thing. As much as I hate the fucker, and I do, I fucking do. The Hollywood Hogan merch was fucking fire, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I actually think that's one of the ones they recently brought back because you know WWE on the shop does the throwback Thursdays every week. They bring out a new retro one. I think that's one of the ones they brought out when they did a batch of NWO ones. Because you can get the Wolfpack one. Yeah, both Wolfpack ones. One, the all red with the Wolf logo and the black and red logo. You know, the NWO logo. They just brought out the 6-ball one, which is like fucking gold dust. The original.
Yeah.
And then I think that was the one they brought back for Hollywood. Hollywood. All right, can we? I like Bischoff in the background. No, it's not going to happen. It won't happen. Go on. Go on with it.
Hogan, you made me want to start drinking again, buddy.
I think Hogan's responsible for a lot of vices.
Alright, who we got next?
It's Mongo. It's the 4 Horsemen member Mongo McMichael. And he's going to be facing off against Deborah McMichael's Mystery Man. That isn't JEFFJARRE Ain't he great? Because Double J at this point, I believe, had jumped ship back over the WWE. And if I remember, that was like one of the shortest fucking jumps between companies. Yeah. He'd only jumped to WCW in like fucking March or April. And we're in October.
Yeah.
He comes out, he did a promo, but it didn't get a 98 as well, I think. He was constantly just fucking like pissing off. Queen Deborah. And it's... Oh, that's Wonder Kid. Alex Wright, that's Wonder Card.
It's Christian. Exact same fucking energy, or lack thereof.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's Alex Wright.
I don't give a shit. You don't just go, oh, it's Alex Wright. You know what? I stand corrected. You absolutely do just go, yep, it's Alex Wright. Yep. Yep, I was wrong. I apologize.
You know, Alex Wright, right? He's called Das Wonder Kid because he was obviously based on the idea of this young, brilliant prodigy, right? Fucking
yep.
Raven, yeah, we all have that vibe. But Saturn must be going to get the beers. But But like the thing I remember most about Alex Wright is not his earlier stuff or anything like that. It's the fact that him and Disco Inferno at one point were a tag team called the Boogie Knights. Knights with a K, by the way. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he also shaved his head at one point and called himself Berlin. In the early 2000s. Berlin spelt with a Y, by the way.
I kind of almost wish I needed the bathroom right now.
Well, if you want to see Boss disappear to go to the bathroom, watch next month. Watch the Survivor Series 96 episode. Spoilers. The good thing about this is that Alex Wright was a decent worker. I like the fact that he's offering her $1. I don't know what for, but he's offering her $1. A man in the front row has just got money out of his wallet, offered it to Deborah, and I don't think we want to hear what he's saying.
No.
Here's the thing, like I said, Alex Wright is a good, hell of a hand, good worker, right? Mongo was surprisingly good. He had this natural sort of charisma and power set with him. He used a tombstone, which I always thought would look fucking dangerous as shit. But I think it's going to be it's not going to be great. It's definitely going to be the match of the fucking night. But
no, I can't imagine it would be.
I don't think it's going to be fucking terrible.
Well, let's see what happens with Zavunda Kid.
And Mongo.
Not Mongo.
Yeah, Mongo. Mongo likes candy. Jeez.
What? All right. Nice little exchange there. The most optimistic pin ever. Woo-hoo!
But it's like that pin that happens when you're a kid and you just try jumping on your pillow.
Yes.
You pulled your hair. You barely got any fucking hair, mate. It was nice to see that he invented the undercut. With a little Razor Ramon fucking hair at the front.
Yeah.
Which I swear, the longer Scott Hall wrestled and his life got out of shape, the longer that fucking hair went.
Yeah.
Look at Mongo.
Do I have to?
Don't get me wrong, Mongo is fucking, he ain't a pretty face, but,
Yeah, it's like, is that, just his natural complexion, or did something happen to the side of his face?
Honestly, I don't know. I think it looks like a scar on me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's from a football injury or something like that, because he obviously was,
it could also be like an illness scar, if he had, Nah, it looks like it might just be his complexion. I mean, he's not an ugly man.
He's not. He's not. I mean, and it was clearly his looks that got Deborah.
Yeah.
Looks. But we'll want to talk.
What a fantastic exchange of maneuvers here. But enough of that, let's get back to Halloween Havoc. I will say that Deborah, for me, was always one of those, kind of just flying under my radar in terms of attractive female talent.
Well, at the time,
at the time, yeah. It's only in retrospect, I'm like, I think it was because at the time, all I could focus on was the fact that it was just this really obnoxious voice, doing heel things, and it's just like that. Whereas,
shit, yeah, because you're the majority of when you would have been watching as a fan, Deborah would have been Mrs. Austin.
Yes, exactly.
Whereas I was introduced, this was my introduction to Deborah, and then eventually, which, I mean, I'll be honest with you, as a kid, at this point in time, I was 87, so I would have been 8.
Yeah.
Wasn't really fussed about women. Although I will say, Sonny and Sable both caught my attention at 8 years old.
Yeah, I remember. I remember the first time I saw Miss Elizabeth was, I was like, it was kind of late teens, and I remember seeing Miss Elizabeth for the first time in an old video package.
Yeah,
I remember just kind of my breath being taken away. I was like, fuck. What a beautiful woman, you know?
Oh, Elizabeth, there's a reason that Miss Elizabeth was the first lady of professional wrestler.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
And then I saw Sunny, I was like, holy shit. Woo! Okay, her song is accurate. Now, not so fucking much, but at the time, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably not the only one, but definitely first feelings towards, wow, she's pretty, was for Sunny.
Yeah.
You know, a lot. I mean, outside of the usual things of being a kid and thinking that certain Disney princesses look attractive.
Of course.
But coming to watching wrestling and going, isn't she pretty? And my dad going, and she's more than pretty, so. And obviously back in the day, not picking up on any of the references.
Yes.
So the Bret Hart's having sunny days, even though Shawn was probably having the sunny nights.
Yeah.
Not picking up on any of that.
I do remember watching wrestling, going, why does fucking King keep banging on about puppies? What the fuck is he talking about? And then I was like, oh, he means tits, right? Okay.
Yeah. He means
because I never heard. And here's the thing: none of the friends I had, as very few of them as there were at the time, had heard the terms puppies used in that context either. Oh God! Oh God!
That's Goldberg.
What?
That's Goldberg.
Why?
Well, at this point, he was not really known for anything in particular, and I think him and Mongo had a confrontation on Raw, and it was just the beginning of the streak. God, that was weak piss.
Geek?
Yep.
Think you mean Nitro there, buddy?
Whatever.
I mean,
a show happened on Monday night, and something happened.
If they had a confrontation on Raw, that would be newsworthy, even if it was fucking Mongo.
I mean, Deborah left not long after that. She turned up at Raw in 98. 98 or 99? I think it was 98. It was late end 98. And here we go. There's the money. Oh, is it a ring? Oh, it's Mongo's Super Bowl ring.
Oh.
Because, Goldberg couldn't win one himself because he was shit.
Oh. Geek just said that. Fucking... Oof. Decent sell for a short spear there.
Yeah. What goes up
must come down.
Charles, I'd leave him alone, mate. You might get one yourself.
That's a scary dude.
Yo, Goldberg was intense, bro. There's a reason he caught on, fucking...
Yeah, with the way his fucking muscles are, he looks like he's wearing a suit.
Oh, he was one of the first ones that I recognised having that sort of body shape.
Yeah, it's like...
his trapezius just fucking, I was like, what the fuck, man? I remember Bulldog and Warlord were always muscular guys, and looking back now, they have a similar shape to, Goldberg. But that when I was a kid going, he looks, huge.
Yeah.
And obviously the fact that you come out and destroy people with 30 seconds as well was helping that as well. But
oh, ref, you tried so hard. You tried so fucking hard.
He's watching that.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some shitty ref plays, but come the fuck on.
Little Nate's just having a bit of off there,
Aye.
So now this obviously leads to a Mongol versus Goldberg feud.
Yay! Let's not watch that ever again.
Oh yeah, speaking of Elizabeth.
Oh God, here we go.
Look how that's a Liz in the 90s, bro.
Ooh. Ooh. I need to buy an NWO shirt.
Too sweet. Or maybe something that looks like an NWO shirt.
I would trade so many wrestlers just to have her back.
Oh, yeah.
I would trade wrestlers I fucking love. I don't give a shit. It's like, look at Miss Elizabeth. I mean, look at her. Look at her. You cannot create, a female wrestler like that. Come on. Like, as a talent, like, fuck.
You know as well.
Like, I really kind of wish that I brought Miss Elizabeth as one of my legends.
You know the thing as well about Liz is that she didn't do much. She stood there, she talked a little bit, but majority of her was just. Every now and again, she'd amp up the Macho Man into saying something, and but she had this presence, and also apparently she was the nicest person in the world.
Oh yeah.
She went. Daphne was the pro wrestling manager, and Daphne, who was in WCW later on with Liz, said that they used to go work out, and like they do, they go and work out, and then afterwards, like Liz would go have.
Yeah.
Like there was thing that Liz would have like would go and go say, oh yeah, we've worked out for like 20 minutes. Let's go have a beer. Like have a couple of beers and have a good time, like.
Yeah, fucking.
Like, don't you?
Absolutely. It's just. I will say, it's like, it is breathtaking. That's how she looks. She looks breathtaking.
Oh, one of the prettiest women I've ever seen in any sort
of... Oh,
anything.
Here we go. I forgot that theme.
I love who they decided to give like proper themes to.
Yeah, and not only that, it's like he's given this thing and it's working, and it's like, how? Is it? Do you reckon it's just because it's one of those ironic things?
Well, I mean, he got over because he was a goofy fucking guy, right? And initially he was hated. Then I think it was like early in the year, he has an absolutely great match with I think Regal or DDP, one of the two. And everyone's like, after that was like, no, Disco can go. He's kind of fun. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like it's almost like an ironic thing. It's like how Rick Rules became really good. Like it's a time it's a song that should be considered like out of fashion, but it's a fucking good track. And if anyone say it's not a good track, fuck off.
Well, here comes Miss Jackie, or I think she was just Jackie at the time, or Jacqueline even.
Miss Jackknife you out of your fucking body.
Disco, you better pray she's in a good mood.
She's in WCW. Is there anyone in a good mood? Well, Hulk Hogan, obviously.
Hollywood?
Yeah. I mean, Hollywood.
Bischoff? he's wearing a good mood.
Did that say hi, Jacob in Nazareth? That's a weird sign.
I mean, I think there's a Nazareth in America, so I wouldn't take it too bad. Like, I mean, there's a Bethlehem in America.
Not gonna touch it.
In the South.
Not gonna touch it. I'm gonna focus on the wrestling. Here we are with wrestling. It's Disco Inferno versus Jacqueline.
Yeah, wrestling.
For the television championship
of the world. She got to set it with her finger and Disco's petrified. Like, I
mean, to be honest with you, I'd be petrified if I was having to fight her.
I wouldn't be happy about it. Not that much, like.
Yeah.
What I love is both of these kind of do this again later on in their career.
Yeah.
Because Jacqueline did it against Crash and Dean Malenko.
Yeah.
And Disco did it in Impact recently, didn't he, against Tessa?
Well, she also did it with, I think it was Chavo Guerrero Sr. because she became the Cruiserweight Champion.
Chavo Classic, yeah, man.
Yeah. Yes, I remember a few things.
Maybe Disco's a gentleman who doesn't want to hit a woman.
Fine. A suplex isn't hitting them. It's a grapple, but it's not a hitting.
I mean...
I don't want to stand up in a court of law, but I'm trying to use wrestling logic.
It's not striking her.
Exactly.
But I think it's still classed as hitting her.
No, it's the canvas hitting her.
And you're just delivering her to the canvas.
I am merely facilitating gravity. I am simply the messenger. Here, the floor wishes to have a word with you. Look, it's wrestling. What the fuck do you want me to do?
Watch it and enjoy it.
I'm trying to.
Or watch it and just not go on the internet and bitch about it.
Then why are we doing this show?
We're not bitching about it, we're watching it for fun.
Give me 5 minutes.
No, I'll give you 2 minutes. I'll give you a minute into the main event.
Okay, oh god, aye. Disco, punch the ref.
That's not a bad idea. You keep the belt. It's a DQ loss, so technically you never lost. And you're not hitting a woman.
Exactly.
Like, that's not a bad... That's a good... I like that plan. That's a good plan.
See? I'm smart.
SMRT.
SMRT. I mean SMART. I mean, right now you're doing a good job of trying to get counted out. But apparently the referee's just like, oh, there we go. The referee's remembered that he has a job to do.
Oh. Can he do it? You know what? I'm going to take it back. I don't think Disco's scared of Hitler. I think he's scared in case she hits him. Like... Disco, you're on pay-per-view. You're on national, like, worldwide TV at this point. Get in the ring and do something, bitch.
The problem is you can only do that kind of shtick so much before...
Well, don't get me wrong, it's working well because the fans are fucking hating it.
Yeah.
And the front row are literally like laughing at him. So
now she's going.
and he stamps on a shorty. Oh. What the fuck? How did she... I don't know what happened there. That's that flip, but she... she's about to come out that top, isn't she? Like... Which, let's be honest,
there again.
would not be the first time Jacqueline had done that in any part of her career.
There's an offensive maneuver. Get in the ring, you orange cunt!
I don't think his tan's that bad, mate.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm defending my championship, I'll punch a puppy if I have to.
Whoa! Not cool, dude. Not cool. Not pup. You don't hit puppies.
I mean, if the puppy's selling.
You buy puppies. You don't sell puppies, dude. Or you're rescuing, even better.
How about kitten? I can punch a kitten.
Oh, you can beat a pussy up. It's alright, we got the warning at the beginning. I didn't say shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Why do I foresee like some bullshit ending of like Jacqueline somehow getting DQ'd? Because that would be
WCW,
peak,
bro.
Yeah, it would be peak WCW.
Rusev's not even there yet. Fucking Rusev's not even
I swear to God, if he doesn't get in the ring and start wrestling soon, I'm gonna get in there and fight him. I will travel back in time just to slap a bastard. Oh, dear God. Ah! Wrestle!
Oh, I might have to turn that into a fucking clip for the soundboard. There you go, boss.
God! Fuck him up!
Ref, those are closed fists. Referee, they're closed fists. Open up.
That's what I'm talking about. It wouldn't surprise me. Just told you.
I'm just gonna warn people, we may have to take a break for a short amount of time because this is gonna send Boss over the fucking edge. There you go, Boss is walking away. He's leaving the fucking... Oh no.
I've never been such a fan of Jackie. I've always liked her, but now it's like...
Now you know why she's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Don't you fucking dare.
I think he just went, oh shit.
No. Don't you dare slide under the ropes or anything.
What the...
In the midsection. There's some really suspicious midsections. Not gonna lie.
Oh, I think he just took a... No. That's it. Put back in.
That could have been... That could have been a fucking Janet Jackson right there.
I mean, Jackie did that a few times in her career, though.
Yeah.
And another goofy moment, guys. What's funny is that...
be a thing. Yeah.
We're even going to have to start doing a drinking game when, like, we watch any wrestling where you make a goofy sound because someone gets hit in the balls. But also, when we're watching WCW, and anytime you hear Dusty Rhodes go, WCW with the big boys play.
Yeah.
Because you can't just say WCW. You have to throw in the fucking tagline as well.
Yeah. Don't you fucking dare, Disco.
Oh.
You take your beatings.
I thought he was going to lose his kicks there. Like.
Don't get yourself disqualified, Jackie, because I will be horribly disappointed.
Oh, fucking
Whoa!
hell!
Fucking! You can tell she's from Texas.
Oh, aye.
Float over DDT! Whoa! Right at the top of the head! Pin him! Pin him! The fuck you doing? I'll push the microphone away a little bit. You fool! You fool!
Kick down a... Well, that roll up.
Oh, roll up, go on one!
This may be a little bit inappropriate, dude, but I bet she was wild.
I imagine so. I'm a little sad though, because I thought that was going to be for the television title.
They would never do such a thing in WCW. They have a women's championship for that, which was only, like, I think, ever fucking defended twice. That's a nice float over DVD, but that's
exactly.
I like the way she hooked the leg on the roll up. I generally do that. That's impressive. And I think the reason she's got that much weave as well was so that she can, make sure before she gets out that everything's covered up and the hair is just covering everything just in case.
Yes.
Let's go still in the ring as we're about to go to our next match.
Well, this is going to be, what, 50 people?
It's Kurt Hennig.
Oh, it's a referee. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, so some backstory for you here, boss.
Yeah.
Originally, when Kurt Hennig comes in, it's when Arn Anderson has the injury and retires.
Uh-huh.
And he gives his spot in the Horseman to Kurt Hennig.
Ah.
Who then turns on the Horseman in the middle of War Games by smashing Nature Boy Ric Flair's head into the fucking door and sending him off. And then he takes one of the robes that Nature was wearing that day, cuts the arms off it, because, you know, guns.
Yeah.
And officially joins the New World Order.
And what champion is he carrying there?
He's the United States Championship.
Okay.
I say backstory for Boss, but also for anyone else watching, you know, who didn't know. Oh, look at Nate!
Jesus! Rick, you fool! Oh, there we go. Why didn't I consider? I could have considered him for my legends as well. Man, there's so many names.
Nature Kurt.
Kurt. Fuck.
Maybe next time, boss. We got, you know, in the next draft we will be allowed to bring one each. So.
Oh yeah.
Which I think will be harder than the two we had, because we have to go right one each.
Yeah.
Good one. What's be great about this is that not only do you have like the Nature Boy in full anger mode and retribution, you're gonna have Kurt Hennig in his best fucking selling as well.
Oh yeah.
What it's all about is the forearm, baby.
Yep. All I'm going to say is that when you got Ric Flair and Kurt Hennig, that is a recipe for just pure, unadulterated awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean, in '93 they had one the match, in my opinion, that really put Raw on the map, which was the loser leaves WWF match.
Yeah.
They knocked the ref over. That's fucking class.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, Nature versus versus Rick. Sorry, Nature versus Rick. Nature versus Kurt, and it was just, oh, it's fucking great, you know. And
someone just wants to fucking scrap.
I love the fact he's still wearing the robe the entire fucking time as well. Like,
yeah. Oof. I always like Rick's punches.
Yeah, that little combo he used to do in the corner, like similar to that, where it was punch, chop, punch, chop, punch, chop. That was just,
yeah.
It always looked deadly, you know. Oh, they just got it back.
What a sell!
I told you, man. I told you it was gonna be great for it, man.
Woo!
Woo!
To think that Rick was wrestling in the WWE,
Yes,
like long after all this, and still putting on decent matches. Like obviously there are a lot of matches where he was being somewhat carried, but
yeah.
you know,
I mean, he's wrestled another 11 years, I think.
yeah. And there's obviously that story of like Ric Flair being like, you know, I'm so nervous, and Triple H being like, nervous? You're fucking Ric Flair.
Yeah. But it's because by the end of WCW, he just destroyed his confidence.
Of
you know,
course.
Bischoff had ruined him in terms of like a character and everything else. He was a shit. You know, I mean, think about it. Yes, he was never in great shape. Like Rick was never in great shape. Yeah, in the '80s, if he wore the right thing, he looked huge. If not, he just looked like the average guy. But he was Ric Flair, so he was, you know, over the top. But like, although with one exception, when Nate first got into the business,
Yeah.
He was a 300-pounder.
Yeah.
And had his head shaved, dyed it blonde still, because he wanted to be Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
And he even asked if he could be Randy Rhodes. That was the name he chose, Randy Rhodes. And Dusty went out there and went, why don't you be the first Ric Flair?
Yeah.
And the rest is history, as I say.
Yeah.
But yeah, the last Nitro, like the very last match on Nitro's history is Nature Boy Ric Flair versus the Icon Sting.
Yeah.
And Rick wears a t-shirt, dude. That's
Fuck.
how much his confidence has been destroyed.
Well, it's like obviously, whilst their careers are not comparable, the whole Carlito situation.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
It's it's one of those things where it's just like it's just how do you take Nature Boy Ric Flair, whose whole thing is he is wrestling, and make it to a point where he thinks he can't even do a match against Vince McMahon. Like,
yeah, it's like shite in hell. Like that's one of the things. Like I respect like the stuff that Eric Bischoff was able to accomplish and stuff like that. But there are just some things where I'm like, you fucked up, and the fact that you won't admit that you fucked up pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to make it so that, yeah, I get it, right? He didn't want to make it feel southern. He didn't want to have all these old-timers like running the show the whole time.
Yeah.
But why is it okay for, say, Hogan and not Flair? Like, what was it? The infamous team meeting.
Yeah.
Where he says that, with the exception of Roddy Piper and Hulk Hogan, none of you have ever drawn a dime in this business.
Yeah. And
Ric Flair is sitting there in the front row.
Which is just horseshit.
Which is when Raven said that's when he decided he needed to be out there.
Yeah.
He goes, I didn't know whether I was going to go to Vince or whether I was going to go back to Paulie, but I knew I had to get out of there.
It's just absolute fucking horseshit. Like, Ric Flair, like, here's the thing. Me and Ric Flair won't agree on everything, obviously, but he is, frankly, a god in wrestling. You know, undeniable. End of. You know? And the fact that someone like Eric Bischoff would be like, oh, he never drew a dime. It's like, do you know who the fuck you're talking to?
Yeah.
That is Ric fucking Flair. No, correction. That is Ric fuck you Flair.
But that's the thing about, like, Bischoff. He had this respect for people, and it was like, okay, but at the same time, and Bischoff says himself, he liked Ric Flair, respected Ric Flair, didn't think it was anything. He was trying to motivate people, and the only reason he said that was because of the thing was to him, Ric Flair never outdrew Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
No, he didn't, but he helped draw with him.
Yeah. It's the thing which I always hate. It's like that people talk about how such and such never drew a dime. It's like, okay, but who are they put against?
Yeah.
Because that's part of the equation.
I mean, that's why he said Roddy. You know, Roddy and Hogan. But to me, like, if you look at it, right, Diesel, Kevin Nash, we'll more likely see him later on because there's going to be an outsider in this somehow. I would be surprised if it wasn't.
Yeah.
We know Scott Hall's there, so Nash is probably going to be there somewhere. But when he was Diesel, he was actually I think they said it was the lowest grossing champion of the 90s. Yeah. Well, yeah. Because you've got him against Sid for 3 fucking matches that didn't work. You know, you've got him against Mabel. It's like, come on, dude. If you would put him against Brett like you did at the end, put him against Shawn for a little bit longer, put him against Razor, you could be selling fucking tickets you're wondering, why aren't we selling these? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Shawn got a bad rep as well.
Yeah.
I think Shawn's is just bad timing.
Yeah.
We're in October of 97 here. Shawn was champion at this point. Actually, no. Shawn... I think Brett would have been champion at this point, sorry. But Shawn's title runs were great runs, but he was competing against the NWO.
Yeah.
Which was quite frankly...
Wasn't 97 the screw job?
Yeah, but it would have been off for another month.
Yeah, because November 97.
Yeah. But, like, Sean faced off almost the entirety of Sean's reign as champions. Like initially, the NWO it was either just forming or was the hottest thing on TV. Like,
Yeah.
Sean. By May, when Razor turns up as on TV, Sean at that point has faced Diesel, and I think Farouk maybe, as a competition. But then he goes on to face Mankind one of the best matches. Well, Foley says his personal favorite match. He faces Taker for a little bit. He has a little. Runs in with Brett again, and like Vader, obviously in Sean's opinion, the failed experiment of Vader, which I just kind of wish you had the old Vader rather than what you got in the mid 96, 97. And then he loses his smile, and then suddenly it's back in time for him to win a championship again and everything else, and but it's just
Vader was someone. Vader was like I wasn't the biggest fan of Vader, like, even retroactively, but that was a fucking missed opportunity with Vader. He could have been a monster for the WWE, and he would have sold as a champion, in my opinion.
And that was the plan.
The
plan was Vader to beat him at Survivor Series. Yep. And then to lose it again at Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And when that didn't work,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Sean fell out, and because Sean quote unquote fell out of love with Vader during the match at SummerSlam, they switched it up and put Sid in that spot. So the point is, the pay per view after Survivor Series, which is ironically enough that we're talking about this, is the next one we've already watched on and will be airing in November from ourselves.
Yeah.
The pay per view after that is In Your House. It's time. Tell me that's not about Vader.
Yeah. Exactly. Ooh.
It's just one of those things about, like, I mean, and Kurt Hennig, how Kurt was never like a world champion in either WCW or WWE is such a lost one for me, because he was a great Intercontinental champion, and okay, he won the AWA championship.
Yeah.
But
he should have held the WWF at some point.
He should have. And to me, I think he was almost too good. It was the curse of the gifted worker.
Yes.
Because he could make anyone look amazing. He was what they called Tommy Dreamer in ECW. He was the elevator.
Yeah.
He lifted people up to that next stage, and he just kept going next.
Yeah.
Now and again, they throw him a main event feud just to keep him happy. Like.
Mm-hmm.
That is the first time I've ever seen Nate actually put his fucking knee pad up.
Yeah.
But
right. Back to the ring we go.
They're with the belt.
Yeah. I have to admit, I've never really been a big fan of the WCW Championships. The big gold is the only one I actually really like.
I'm a fan of the US. It was subtle to me. I like that. The TV and the cruiserweights were kind of the same to me.
Yeah, I was like struggling to tell them apart.
When it comes to the tag titles, I really don't like them.
Yeah,
I think they're far too small.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's why I'm not a big fan of the IWGP tag titles.
See, I don't mind the heavyweight ones.
I know the heavyweight ones,
but the junior heavyweight, I'm kind of with you on that one. But I think it's because they kind of sounds almost insulting. They made it so that the championships would fit the people, I guess.
Right.
And I'm guessing they just didn't think junior heavyweights could be as big as they are now.
Yeah.
I am a fan of the IWGP World and Intercontinental, though.
Yes. Yes.
The US one is growing on me as well with the red strap.
I do like the US one. I liked it for the first time I saw it. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'm a big the top two belts though. Yeah, I can't fault them on that. Like,
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, he's rang for the bell.
Yeah.
I definitely will now.
Timekeeper took his time.
Yeah,
So ring the bell. 5 minutes later.
Oh, here comes the rest of the referees.
Meow. I thought we were going to see the NWO, but yeah.
Oh.
Oh!
He chopped Pee Wee Anderson and he got out the way somehow. Like, oh, here we go.
Midi flare! Midi flare! Oh no.
It's K-Dog and it's Vincent. Sorry, not Virgil. Vincent. I like how Nick Patrick has now became a WCW referee again, because back in the day he was early in '97.
Who's the lower voice going? Let him go! Go do it! Like who's that commentary?
I'm gonna say Bobby. Bobby puts a bit of bass in his voice when he talks like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it was back when it came to like WCW versus NWO. Bobby would put some bass in his voice and would be like all for just full out war, you know.
Fair enough. Oh God. Much. They're buddies. Much.
I know you, name's Macho Man. First name Macho, last name Man. It's on the boots. Have a look. On the internet. Don't even know what it is, but I'm on it.
He looked like he isn't, but he looks like slimmer and less bulky here. It's just weird.
It's the angle, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the shadow, it makes his arms look fucking tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he's decided. It's like he's decided to just like kind of. I do apologize.
It's all right, dude. It's all right.
Fucking
JJ,
hell.
the president of the championship.
JJ Dillon.
Can you imagine Vince selling a pay-per-view name? Like, it's not WCW's Halloween Havoc. It's Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc. Can you imagine Vince ever going,
No.
It's not WWE Survivor Series, it's Gillette's Survivor Series.
Fuck no.
No, he owns everything that he owns. Like, he's not... Like, come on. Like... I don't know, it was 2020. You tell him, JJ.
Oh, here's Bischoff.
It's Easy E. Oh. Notarized. I think Mean Gene's always the best of like staying there and focusing, and then getting a little
Yeah.
slide dig in, and then going right back to business. You know, like
Yeah. See, I look. See, for me, that's when you could do that kind of a storyline right. It's like you don't have the fucking stroke. It's like, yeah, I'm the chairman. I have the stroke. And it's like it doesn't matter whether or not like Bischoff is obviously as a heel going to complain.
yeah,
It makes sense. What I don't like is when it's like, for example, like a mundane one, like the Miz and Morrison doing this whole lawsuit thing. It's like, oh god, it's like so terrible. It's like there's nothing wrong with putting in a legal argument when it's done right. It has been done right on many occasions in wrestling, not just WWE, in other companies, but the legal angle can work. Like, the Big Show versus the Authority and stuff like that, which is hilarious. It's like, well, and I'll just get right back on to owning your asses, and stuff like that. Randy Orton and the whole Royal Rumble thing of like, look, you can deny me my Royal Rumble thing, but I have a contract that guarantees me it, so do you want to breach your contract? And stuff like that. Like, it can work if it's finesse, certainly. But then there are just sometimes when companies do the legal stint where you're like, that makes no sense.
I think one of the ones I've liked recently was, it's not that recent now actually, but was the Brock Lesnar negotiation.
Yes.
Where Paul Heyman would keep coming in and all he was doing was sitting there reading his fishing magazine. Like,
yes. Yeah.
Right, because that's what Brock does in real life. Paul does the fucking negotiating. Yeah. He tells him what he wants, and then if he doesn't get it, he just sits there and reads his fucking magazine telling you I don't.
Yeah, and not exactly legal, but on the lines of rules. One of my favourite ones, So Steve and I have been consulting the WWE rulebook, the bottle of Jack Daniels. It's like, because then it's like a bit more finesse. It's like it adds a bit of, it adds a bit of, colour to it, and I like that. But sometimes it's just horseshit.
People are then doing a show just to spray paint a fucking red band, no entry sort of logo across it. You just realise that, like, as ECE once said of the NWA, they can do what they want. They still bought that. Like, here we go. I will say this: we have our own. I'll let this be known. We have our views on Lex Luger. However, at this point in time, he was over like a motherfucker. Needless to say, though, Boss will not be rooting for him. Legally, Boss, dude.
I will not say the things I normally say.
Boss, we ain't got the fucking legal team, dude.
But it will not stop me from saying other things that do not require a legal defense. Just let me catch my breath a bit. It's okay, Stephen. You got this, Stephen. Don't get us sued. Don't get us sued.
Please don't get us sued.
All right, let's do this.
So this is going to be a match where I'll be talking a lot and Boss will just be seething in the corner.
Fuck him up, Scott Hall. Fuck him up. Fuck him up, Scott Hall. Fuck him up.
I mean, you look at Scott Hall, right? I wonder why WWE said, I think we can get away with suing him for character fucking...
Yeah. Absolutely.
Why? I don't know. He's wearing exactly the same thing. He's just changed like one fucking name. Oh, and also on top of that as well, look at the way he's talking, acting, and fucking... everything. Like, that was the thing I always loved about Mick, when Mick said about Scott Hall, was like, you know how he never got out that razor thing? He didn't. Like, even to this day, he hasn't got out of the fucking Razor Ramon cheek-gone. Like...
Scott Hall, another person that could have been a champion.
Yeah. I mean,
Great Intercontinental, though.
Yeah, great Intercontinental Champion. Couple of tag team runs on WCW with Big Kev and Six, because they had some sort of Freebird rule, but it was never officially announced as that. It was just, it changed, the idea. Unfortunately, though, I mean, I think he held the US at one point, but if I remember, it was kind of during the dark days of Scott Hall, which describes a lot of time, to be fair. It's just one of those things. It's a. I'm not going to say it's a wasted opportunity. What I'll say is that it's
Larry.
A living legend isn't afraid of getting in the mix, like, is he?
Yeah. Although Austin being a referee during the Umaga and Bobby Lashley match, just
gouging at the eyes and shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was fucking
a better match than Brock versus Goldberg, anyway.
Well, Austin learned a lot in those 3 years about how to referee, how to control it.
You asshole.
Yeah, I know. At one point we're going to have to watch that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but for those who don't know, we spin a wheel on Wheel of Names with... sometimes we'll another show. Like, for instance, Boss suggested to watch Halloween Havoc, and I said, yeah, not a problem. We spin a wheel to either see the year, and then we'll go from there. Certain months we'll be spinning a wheel with brands on it, and then a year, and seeing how fucking lucky and unlucky we can be.
Oh, yeah.
On certain months, though, we would just be going, it's the Royal Rumble. Well, Dan, it's January. It's the fucking Royal Rumble. It's March. It's WrestleMania. Well,
yeah.
It's March. WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania.
What about April? It's WrestleMania.
Mania.
It's not my fault they both happened in those months. And also SummerSlam, you can imagine, will be August. Other than that, though, it's pretty much, I guess October will be Halloween Havocs. Maybe we'll throw in some old WWE ones as well. But yeah, you'll know as much as we do, because I don't spin the wheel until the night before the show. Yeah,
pretty much.
That way, it's not me sitting going, oh yeah, I remember that. I come to it as fresh as I possibly can. And Boss doesn't know until I send in the link for the show just before I click record.
Exactly.
So it's very much an interesting situation with this.
Yep.
You know what I forget as well is going back to the actual show here, Boss?
Yeah.
How big Scott Hall is.
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
Scott Hall's like 6'6" or something.
With the big man and the medium-sized man. It's like medium?
It's like,
fuck you!
With the really big man, and the big man, and the tanned man, and 6.
And 6.
I won't call him the little man, but the 6. And the Vincent.
Fucking
Buff.
I just hope... I really want Scott Hall to win.
I think we established that at the beginning of the match.
Yeah. Because fuck Lex Luger and the horse he rode in on.
Oh, horse.
Yes, horse.
I thought you said whore.
No, not whore.
I always love the fact that Jerry Lawler said once I think it was on a WWE like Legends of Wrestling roundtable. About Lex Luger was that he made his break in Memphis. He got his start in Memphis, right? And he knew his old college coach.
All right.
It's called because he played football in college. And he, he was talking to him, and I just randomly talking to him one day, and went, actually, we've got a guy of yours who's he's starting out with us and doing pro wrestling. And the guy goes, oh, who? And he said, Lanny Poffo. Not Poffo, sorry. I can't remember what Luger's name is now, but so he says it, and goes, and the guy's response was, good luck. So even amongst football, which was apparently his first love, he got that reputation, like, Lex, you're not doing anything there.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that arm. That's not a great look. He's twisting the arm, but Scott Hall still got control of it.
Yeah. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense.
Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world of pro wrestling.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm watching The Wrestler.
I watched that film once. Hard for me to watch it again. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. Emotional.
I enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
fuck, does it cut deep?
Yeah.
Especially if you are a fan.
Yes.
Like if you're someone who maybe casually watched it, you know, back in the day, you know, one of those ones that, oh yeah, I used to watch it with Austin and Rock, you know.
Yeah.
That seems to be what we get a lot when we talk about people to people about it.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet.
It's tough to, especially if you're like us and there's a real like deep seated heart when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah.
Me more than yourself, boss, purely just from I think longevity, but also this is like always been my number one thing, wrestling. Like it's tough because you after, and especially when that was made around about, well, it's WrestleMania 25, so you're talking, I want to say 2010.
Yeah.
How many times have we heard people being down on their luck, going to conventions, dying like desolate and stuff like that? You know.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's a tough thing to watch. You know.
It is.
But yeah, if you can get through it, very much it's an excellent film, but it's just a hard watch.
Yeah, but you know, I remember watching the promo of like Roddy Piper talking to Jericho. It's like, you know, when he saw the movie, yes, I cried, stuff like that. It was just like it felt like Piper was like, you know, dropping some truth. It was just like, damn.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think Piper always dropped a little truth in his promos.
Oh yeah.
You know, because he was just a little bit fucking nuts.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Anyone who watched Legend House knows that.
Yep.
And that will show you a whole different side of Roddy.
Gotta tighten up those arms, man. Look at, he's got all the room in the world there. All the room in the world.
We need to make sure it's on the chin, you see, boss. If it's underneath the chin, it's a choke.
Fair enough, fair enough. You are correct in that assumption. Well, no, assertion, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not assuming.
No, see?
And that is weak as fuck, to be fair.
Yeah.
Do you think Scott has been out during the day or on the night before?
Yes. He's gonna propose. One.
Check the arms. Larry, check the fucking arms, bro.
Aye. That's it. We're done.
I know you don't want to because of the fact that it's...
We're done.
There we go.
That's two.
That's three.
That's three. Call a match. Call a match.
Oh, here comes the third one. Oh.
Ref.
Think about it, Larry's pro WCW. He's not going to call it square, is he? Yeah.
The fucking Nick Patrick.
The Nick Patrick. Oh, my lord. That was the slowest count I've ever seen, and that includes that includes Shane O'Mac going 1-2 and then giving the middle finger and leaving a fucking arena. Like,
it's like Dean Ambrose 1-2 answers the phone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, a nice punch, didn't he?
Yep.
Hit him. Hit him. That's a DQ.
Well,
can the referee DQ himself?
I don't think he can, no.
This one should.
Well, he's not good, is he?
The fucking shout. Oh, here's Bischoff. Here's Easy E. Oh, you're coming in the ring, kid.
Oh. Oh!
Look at Dusty losing his fucking mind as well.
I feel there's a little sauce on that kick there. Oof. That was a cool move there. Little, just whoop. Ah, I'm just stretching.
The fucking gap between the knee and the atomic drop there.
Yeah.
I showed it. We're going to go around and show everyone, are we?
Yeah.
Here comes that forearm.
I'm going to hurt this person with concepts.
Everyone forgets that forearm's loaded as well. He's got a steel fucking rod, a legitimately steel rod in his...
Yeah.
Oh, 6 missed a kick, but, you know, enough of the air and put him down.
Here we go.
Time to carve him up.
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Larry. Count the count.
You gotta pin him before you can count, dickhead.
The longest fucking count ever. Like,
Yeah.
it was a straight up, like, I've never seen a referee, even in a fucking special guest referee situation, pause
Yeah.
a good 2 seconds and I go, fuck it, I gotta do it.
Even when Shawn counted for Bret Hart against Undertaker, it was 1, 2, 3, fuck, you know?
I mean, he paused slightly, but not enough that it would impact it like that.
Yeah.
But, like, he genuinely just sat there and went, okay, I've got a couple minutes here. Like, you know, it's just... Bow, 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 bow. And there's no replays in wrestling.
All right, here we go.
You missed him. That's a quick count.
Yeah.
Just knock him out. He can't call. He can't do it. Six gonna beat a man up. Someone's gonna come to help Six. Help. Oh, he doesn't need help. Someone's gonna come help him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! When did Larry start doing MMA? Like, a fucking pure.
Oh!
Oh, here comes the karate master. Scott Hall.
There were a lot of words there.
Scott Hall just saved his life.
Yeah.
Scott Hall's
a humanitarian.
Because Bischoff would have killed him. Oh, I think he's not. I don't think. Oh, he's gonna hold him back now. Now you're in for it. Now you're in for it.
Oh. He needs a hero. Oh my God! Is Scott Hall's shoulder okay?
That's impressive. That's an impressive win.
Can anyone stop that fucking powerhouse? I swear you could see his smile from like 5 miles away.
It's almost as bad as Jimmy Carr's, isn't it? Like how bright it is.
Yeah. I feel like there's a child backstage on the sound effects button. Just doo-doo water.
I bet a few bars have seen that situation before.
Yes.
I mean, Bischoff even looks a little drunk.
Yeah.
Like, Bischoff's just kind of guiding him back to the limo and, after a bar, and he's just...
Yeah.
Come on, no, lads, this way. Nah, for fuck's sake. How do we end up at another bar?
Yeah.
I can't wait for us to watch a World War III, boss. World War III's main event was, every single time, a free-ring 60-man battle royal. They would have 20 man in each ring, and then eventually, when there was I think 5 people left in each ring, they would all go into one ring. And then they would continue the battle royal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the last man standing match, right? Okay.
It's but they called it a
copyright.
Well, they called I don't so much as that, but they called it a death match because originally a death match would have.
Well, they called it a sudden death.
Ah, right. Because I remember back in the day, a death match was like
a death match was definitely different.
Well, no, because you had a Texas death match, right? It was the same thing, but you pinned a man, and then they couldn't get back up within 10 seconds. Then they won. Then you won. Oh, boss.
Because that's. Your Stevie Boss has encountered an error and must restart.
I did tell you what would happen when we watched the 1990s. You'd always seen her in those nice pretty gowns, and she ain't a good girl now, dude. She's a heel.
God damn.
I like to put it this way, and I'll sum it up the best way I can. Just...
She wears the t-shirt well.
She's wearing a t-shirt? I never got that far up. Come on, dude. Look at the fucking boots, bruh. Oh, wait a minute. Self-high. Oh, this is the era of DDP and jeans and fucking ribs bandage.
Yep.
I swear, I think this was like not even the first of it, but DDP seemed to have those ribs bandaged for like a year and a half. Like it was almost as bad as Cowboy Bob Orton's arm. Like, the only difference is you can't use your ribs as a fucking weapon.
Yeah.
Also looks as if that vest he's got, like the jacket, looks like it's like half done. You know, it's like almost like Shawn returning at Survivor Series. Like, just send it to me. That's the best I got. Okay, like. Yeah, thanks for the bell rings showing us the fucking stage again. Yeah, madness, huh? Oh, we ain't playing this one slower, son.
No, apparently not.
What's he got on the side there? It's like he's got like actual.
It's like an
on the
ice.
side, right?
It's like almost like an ice pack, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, maybe you can use your ribs as a weapon.
Just a really vicious side headlock.
For fuck's sake.
Well, I'm just trying to think of what you could actually be done. I don't have an obsession with headlocks.
This episode says different.
Although, you mark out for one guy's headlock.
And then critique everyone else's during the fucking show.
Well, maybe if they weren't so shit.
I mean, I would have thought you drop like an elbow and make sure it's that side with like you drop it, you know, with.
Yeah, yeah. Although that might just be putting a bullseye on him.
Mm-hmm.
Because that looks kind of soft.
But you're the one who said it was an ice pack.
I was throwing out suggestions.
I said padding straight away.
I know, but I was just offering other suggestions.
Honestly.
Like, you know, how I'm wearing a cool patch and stuff like that. You know, it might be like that.
Yes,
you know, cooling for the muscles.
As we've been going, has been becoming more and more noticeable.
It helps. It helps put off seizures.
I know, it's fine. I get it, and it's help. And
yeah.
you know,
Just in case the fans are wondering.
For anyone who's wondering what we're doing, I'll try and remember to put a little mark at the buzz for
the love of God, clear your throat. Clear your motherfucking throat.
I will try.
There you go.
To put a little thing above you now with a link to your F&D video, so you can.
That's
people
very
get an
kind
understanding of what's going on. I have to try and remember it, but yeah.
Well, it's very kind of you.
If not, there will be one in the description below.
Yeah. See, that's why we're friends.
Yeah. I don't think we're friends because you have F&D.
No, I mean because we look out for each other.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that. You set me free, so
yeah,
and regretted it ever since.
No. What I regret is not having a reset button. Unfortunately, I installed it in myself, and I've been suffering issues ever since.
That does sound like you set me free, and ever since you've been suffering with issues.
No, I mean it's not what it sounds like, but it's certainly not. Here's the thing: it's like Divin, like if you're gonna have friends, like Divin, try to make them fit into like a fucking box. You know, people should be people. You know, and if you don't get along with their personality types, don't fuck around with them. Just find other people to hang out with if you're not going to get on with them. You know, when I met Geek, we clicked on wrestling and we didn't really know much about each other. But I was like, you know, this dude seems fucking cool.
I mean, yeah, we sat and drank during a Mick Foley.
Hell yeah!
For those who don't know our origin story, we
have an origin story.
Yeah, we sat, we drank.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me at the time you were a recovering alcoholic. So I wasn't.
At the time, I wasn't. See, here's the thing. At the time, I wasn't a recovering alcoholic. At the time, when our mutual arsehole knew me, I wasn't drinking because I didn't start drinking until my second relationship. By the time I hung out with you, I was definitely drinking. I was well into drinking at that point.
So you're drinking double Jackson Coke.
Damn right I was.
I'm on the cider.
Yep.
Whatever cider decides to sponsor me, that'll be the one that we are the part of the origin story. By the way, I'd fucking love for alcohol company to sponsor me. Preferably lager or cider. I don't mind bitter. And you know what? I've recently discovered I quite like certain whiskies. Want to throw me some cigars as well? I'm your man. Hit me up. Geekstreams.com.
You heard it here first.
But needless to say, we're at the Mick Foley stand-up show in our local area, which is Newcastle. Which is Newcastle upon time, because people sometimes think it's Ireland or fucking down south. No.
Oh yeah, because there's a Newcastle upon
Underline,
Stratford.
I think it is.
Oh yeah, Newcastle under Line. That's right.
Listen, there's only one Newcastle. It's upon the
Yeah.
Tyne. Yeah.
Yeah. Fog of the Tyne's all mine, all mine. Fog of the Tyne's all mine.
So we were there, we were drinking. I did what I always do and was busting out impressions and keeping people entertained because I was bored. And then we discussed about people who could sell certain moves really good. And
Yes.
the one that really got a reaction was Kurt Angle.
Yeah, Kurt Angle selling the pedigree.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And at which point, Boss, utterly, almost like a scene out of Morat, Boss turns around and goes to me, "Have you ever thought about doing a show?" And my response was, "Yes."
Yep. And here we are.
Total Markout was born maybe 3 months later.
Yeah.
Like, if that.
Yeah.
We for those who are watching this and thinking, you know, what's Total Markout? It's called He's Got a Byecycle.
Yeah.
Total Markout is us.
Yeah.
There wasn't originally a third arsehole, but, you know. We had to get him removed. So yeah, and then what happened was we went that way. We did a few shows for. I won't say we went 3 years solid, didn't we, Boss? Like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then just burn out.
Yeah, eventually we burned out, and now we're back with TMO specials.
Yeah.
Soon to get onto them ones, as well as, you know, Byecycle, Bookmark.
Oh yeah, because we've got
you can find on my channel.
Yeah, we've got a few things coming up, like Mount Rushmores and stuff like that. And
we also actually, speaking of WCW, we have a WCW versus WWE Dream card.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so yeah, absolutely. Well, hopefully we'll be recording that at some point in the very near future.
Yes.
You know,
we're hoping to get at least a TMO out to you within the next couple of weeks. If at all possible, given, you know, the shittiness of 2020. Why not?
Yes.
Why not let us pile on?
Yeah, exactly.
We're not going to relieve anything, but we'll pile on like a motherfucker. We'll pile on so much you'll be hearing the words "dog pile."
Oof! He's
Elvis.
dead.
It's Elvis.
Wait a minute. Those aren't real tombstones.
Wait a minute.
I've been hoodwinked, bamboozled.
Elvis isn't dead. He just went home. Oh, right in the casket, which is part of the timing.
Oh! What a maneuver!
That would have hurt more.
Yeah.
Than it actually probably looked, because whatever that was, it fucking shattered.
Jesus!
Because I'm going to say that hurt more because of the fact that polystyrene would just disintegrate as soon as he touched it, and so he would have just gone straight to the concrete. The fucking nothing is there. Nothing is sturdy.
Just fucking Dusty Rhodes, just like, holy shit.
They're getting some plunder.
Yeah. He got the Judas trade smashes the pieces.
What I love is that you know how bad I'm doing my best Dusty Rhodes impression now without even trying. You know how bad Dusty is at commentary when he keeps calling Tony Schiavone Silver Tongue. Like,
yeah.
Well, maybe that's a nickname from the bar. Because apparently Schiavone pulls.
Gets me wondering exactly what show was it that Dusty Rhodes exclaimed he got a bicycle?
It was WCW Saturday Night.
Right.
Where Big Bubba, aka the Big Boss Man, was facing off against I can't remember who, but he was facing off against someone, and it was like a street fight, hardcore fight sort of thing. And he pulled out this, like, I don't even think it was a proper bicycle. I think it was like a kiddie's tricycle thing. Yeah. He pulled out and he just threw it at him. He got a bat, and that's where he comes from. Our intro comes from.
You got a bicycle.
And
How did you get a bicycle?
How did you get a bicycle? And you even hear Tony going, "I don't know."
Oh.
You got to put a bicycle in this arena. Like,
we might have to watch that one at some point, just because it's where the title comes from.
Yeah, if they're available on the if it's available on the network, which I don't think it currently is. But as soon as it is, we'll do a special, and
we'll do a special. Yeah. I will drop everything to watch that one. It might not even be a good show. I might fucking hate it, but it's where.
I'm pretty sure it's like a 93 or 94. Yes. So, guys, if you're not currently watching, just listening to us, please stop the actual pay-per-view, go back 10 seconds,
God.
and watch Boss's face. That's it.
You don't do that to a human being.
At least he didn't throw the stairs.
Oh, God.
You despised Cena for that for like 6 months. You didn't forgive him for like 6 months. And that was only because he disappeared for like 2 of those.
Don't get me started with John Cena.
I like John Cena.
You leave that man alone!
Yeah,
He's just doing it. It's straight Maverick's dad.
Same suit.
Yeah. I believe this is what we call a close-up shot. Nicely done.
Thank you. I timed it quite well, to be fair, because I was sitting there going, how long am I going to have to wait for that?
So, is there a story?
No one can read your fucking email address.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh. Yeah. You know what? Evo never looks so good. We've lost Boss for a moment. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at that. I mean...
Is it Kimberly coming?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I should have rephrased that.
Look at the fishtail.
Well then. You're not Joey Styles.
Cat fight!
Cat fight!
You better get off. You better kick her in. Can I say it?
Excuse me, but rules state that there must be pudding involved.
Hercules.
I honestly never ever got the whole mud wrestling thing. It's just like
I never got mud, but pudding I liked because I had certain.
Yeah.
There was,
Mr. J. Yeah.
Well, there's that, but there was also the whole.
There's that.
After the cleaning up.
Why is the show continuing?
What? Oh, because Liz left. You're like, why?
Yeah.
I like
that's it, right?
You're like, the match is over, right? Liz left.
Yeah. Elizabeth is gone. That's it. We're done. What a do? What a do on that man's head?
What on Nick's?
Yeah.
Look at Tash.
Look. Oh my God.
Like, somehow Nick Patrick's in the 90s, but he's living the life in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, look at him. The fuck? How is
Jesus
why is
Christ?
DDP sells so hard, for his own moves. There's a fucking atomic drop.
There it is. There you go. Oh. Is it going to be... Oh, pop.
It's like
Neutralizer?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. By the way, Boss, on Friday, my new show drops for Kai's Real Plays, where I play Battlegrounds.
Oh!
You'll see a very interesting look of the Neutralizer. I'm getting a plug-in for a show that ought to be aired before the fucking this one is.
I'll be sure to tune in.
That's how good I am.
Yeah.
By the way, by the time this airs, there will also be another episode on, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Because I say this is going to air for a couple of weeks. We're on the, as Boss said, we're on the 6th. There's a good chance it airs the 7th.
Yeah.
Because I am very quick when it comes to uploading and editing.
Yeah. Just get it the fuck out there.
That is the weakest I've ever seen Moch do that.
Whoa, come on, man.
He purposely did that, though. It was a selling, wasn't it? Like,
yeah,
selling how out of it he is.
Yeah, fair play. I stand corrected.
You will. First name Macho, second name Man. Oh, hoods on the boots, yeah. Look at the boots.
I thought DDP was about to do the fish there.
Snap into a Slim Jim, yeah!
The Devon fish.
What, where he used to drop from a fucking massive height and just bounce around as if he was literally...
Yeah, just like, Jesus Christ.
I loved it, to be fair, but like...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No fucking doubt.
I'm looking forward to WrestleManias because there's a good chance there's going to be a match on there that's going to make you lose your fucking mind. Like,
Oh,
also,
you
by the way,
again.
boss, you do realize, right?
Yeah.
In like December, we're gonna be doing just random shows.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be spin the wheel for the brand and the year.
Yeah.
But there it is. But like, you do realize there's a good chance that Armageddon can come up for a couple of different matches that will make you go, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
That's the point. Well done. You've described the whole program.
I know, but sometimes it's hard for me to get you to do it in real life. I put a camera in front of you and look at you.
I want you
If
to
I
get
had known
views.
this was the case, I would have done it years ago.
You tried.
I did, to be fair. I've been trying to get this show going for at least 4 years. And it took a fucking local lockdown, after a full lockdown, and then worldwide pandemic. And also,
Oh,
bang.
what a transition.
You hit them out, before there was out of nowhere, DDP truly hit them out of nowhere. Also, on a personal level, boss, I'm quite impressed. I've made my
Why is that?
I've made my sweets last until like 2.5 episodes, like 2.5 hours. Like,
That's amazing.
for those who aren't aware, Kai's Brew would usually eat all of his sweets within the first 5 seconds of the intro.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky if you got past the fucking then, now, and forever, and I still had food.
Yeah.
Also, I'm terrible if you take me to the cinema and I have popcorn. They're gone before the trailers are finished. And the drink doesn't last much longer, and then I need a piss for like 3 hours. Oh!
Here we go. Oh! Well, that's a sell.
I mean, that looked... I don't know if it was a sell or whether, as we've heard Triple H say recently, when it comes to a nut shot, you just have to take the nut shot and breathe. Like...
Yeah.
Oh, who's coming down?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The crowd's going nuts. Oh, it's Sting! Or is it?
It's someone.
That's a mask, though, right?
Yeah.
Clearly a wig. It's a big lad. I can't tell who it is.
Yeah.
What are you wearing? Big sexy?
That's a bit too big for... So that didn't seem big enough for sexy.
I don't know the angle. I couldn't quite tell. But then again, when he was next to DDP, he didn't look huge, did he?
No.
It didn't look big enough to be buff either. Like actual big.
Yeah,
like,
muscular was.
Yeah, maybe they'll reveal it. Maybe they won't. It's fucking WCW. Actually, it's not even that. It's the WWE. It's professional wrestling in the late 90s. They didn't reveal shit.
Yeah.
I believe the only reason that Vince McMahon revealed that the screw job happened was because he couldn't get away from the fucking thing. Like,
Yeah.
Look at Savage, bring them on. Savage was legitimately, I think, when it came to like believing someone was nuts and like wild. I don't know if there's anyone that touched Savage in like for the majority of like his career. Bruiser Brody, yeah, but that was a different generation. Like, believing the madness that happened. It's just, like, it was something else with Savage.
Yeah.
Apparently, Savage hated working with Andre because Andre would consistently put his hair out. And, like, Savage has apparently got this really, like, thin hair, like, almost like baby hair.
Yeah.
So, like, he would, okay, boss, don't touch the hair, please. Oh, don't touch it. Okay. Then get in the match, and Andre just grab him by the fucking hair and lift him up because Andre didn't particularly like him. So he was just like, didn't. If Andre didn't like you, you were fucked, basically.
Yeah.
If Andre liked you, it was a bit easier for you. Life was a bit less fucking stressful,
Yeah.
And Warrior worked with him for a little while, and every night Warrior worked with him, he would bring him a bottle of Andre's favourite red wine for before the match.
Yeah.
Drop it there, go, this is just for you, boss. And then Andre would go, okay, thank you. And then just like let him go, and it would work a little easier on him,
Yeah, well, because there's that classic story that Bobby the Brain Heenan tells, where every night, when they were doing the tour, Ultimate Warrior, and I'm telling this story for the fans.
Yeah.
So it'd be Ultimate Warrior versus Andre on the tours, and every night, Warrior would hit the ropes, bush, and it would hit Andre full force, and Andre kept saying, "When you do that, slow down." But every night, hit him full force. So one day, Ultimate Warrior bounces off the ropes, comes towards him. Andre just sticks his fist out.
Yep.
Warrior hits that fist hard. Never again did he do that with fucking Andre.
It was like Rick Rude hated working with him, but the problem was Rick Rude got so many good matches out of him. He was both Intercontinental feud and World Championship feud. That's like Andre, but like it was a similar situation, but the difference being was that like Rick Rude pulled him aside in the locker room, and like Rick Rude, anyone who knows Rick Rude as a wrestler or anything like that was a man's man. Like Rick Rude famously like threatened to beat the living shit out of like people when he was in the shower. Like he didn't give a shit. Like Savage has gone fucking nuts here. Like
he's lost his fucking mind. He's like, dude, what's your fucking problem?
He has legitimately snapped into the madness. Like
So that's what happens when you Slim Jim sponsor a show.
This is the second Slim Jim sponsoring of a show. They did it the previous year beforehand, which, if I remember, was actually the debut of Roddy Piper. Like,
I guess Dusty Rhodes kind of looks like my Uncle Lawrence.
Why does he have a little bit of a mullet in the back as well?
No, but when he's facing frontwards like that.
I don't know why Dusty decided that I'll just shave my head but keep the back of it going, Like...
Maybe you can quite reach it. I don't want to cut myself too badly, baby.
I'm going to grow it out long, but only where it needs to, if you will. Bobby, you're going to hear this a lot during the shows that we watch, because evidently he's going to be on a lot of them, particularly WCW and obviously early WWE stuff. I love Bobby the Brain Heenan. Bobby is my favourite manager of all time. To me, everyone else is second to Bobby. Put him on whatever list you want to. Bobby goes on top.
Yeah.
Color commentators, Bobby was arguably number one, but probably number two. But there is room for that in the different show. But like, I loved him so much. Like, the point where I was summoned to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, the Bobby the Brain Heenan one is one of my favourite episodes, but also it's so hearty. Like, it hurts you at a certain point when Bruce has to talk about his passing, and even when Guerrero passes, like, this fucker.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shit he gets wrong, but he's got it written in front of him. He's still got stuff wrong. Like, I watched a show earlier in the week, like, where he was doing the ring announcing at the end, and he declared someone the winner, and he went through them all, and then like, he's like, it's Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and the other member. Because the other member initially was a surprise, but he didn't think to like write down who it was for the end of the match. Like, and also, I don't care what people say. I prefer his brother. Because his brother is Bruce Buffer, as far as I know. I mean, it might be gimmicks or whatever, but as far as I know, it is his brother, and he's the one who does the UFC introductions, and there's a bit more passion to them for me. Also, I'm not hiding in the shadows. It's just the sun has moved from where it was, and it's a bit earlier in the day for us recording, for me to put a light on, just in case you're looking why suddenly am I in darkness. It's just literally the sun has gone to the other side of the building, and it's a bit early for me to put a lamp on at the moment. And if I did so, I'd have to basically just show you my belly as I lean over my laptop on the camera. And that's not a look that you want to see, quite frankly. But I also, and I'll tell you who I really prefer to him. Triple H.
Yeah.
I will listen to and I often have, just search YouTube for Triple H DX introductions.
For me, it'll always be Lillian Garcia.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love Lillian Garcia. Mamacita, you looking good. The original, you looking good for the Geek King. Shout out to the old man. But at the end of the day, man, and I don't mean Hollywood. I mean my old man.
Yeah.
Actually, come to think of it, have similar views on certain things. Not a lie. But what I will say is that I'll do it now. Ring like announcers like that.
Yep.
Fink, Lillian.
Yes.
Can we leave it there?
Yeah. Can do. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on about. That's a weird steel cage, man.
Steel cages are meant to be made of steel, right?
Yeah, but and strong steel,
Yeah.
And also, aren't they supposed to be attached to the fucking ring?
Yeah.
This is so. The funny thing about this is, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
this would have been like a week after Hell in a Cell, the original.
Uh-huh.
And so it's a week after Hell in a Cell, and they've built this shitty thing without a fucking roof on it. It's flimsy. Can you imagine them going, "Oh yeah, our cage looks really cool. It's built so that like Hogan and they can climb it, and it's easy for them to climb." And then they watch Hell in a Cell and go, "What the fuck, guys?
Yeah.
It's a fucking bag of shit." Oh, the hot rod.
Here we go.
Oh, well, he's not the champion. He stole the belt. He's not the champion. That is a shirt I kind of want. I think he can get a version of it on his pro wrestling tees, which his family still run. But an original icon Roddy Piper shirt, kind of hard to fucking.
Yeah.
Here's the thing as well. Piper looks in phenomenal shape.
Uh-huh.
And he's not in bad shape when he gets his stuff off, same as Hogan.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, at this point, they're probably, if not in their 40s, heading towards the the 40s pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And the problem is that people are like, oh, it's old, they're old, and everything like this. And I would say, I don't say they're old. To me, I say that they should have done this properly 10 years earlier in WWE. But
when you talk about people being in shape, though, Edge, Randy Orton, John Cena.
Don't get me wrong. Things like that as well have, in terms of keeping yourself fit and everything else, have been, in the last 20 years, have been unbelievable advancements. But to put this in context, AJ Styles, right, is still arguably one of the best workers in the business today, if not the best in-ring worker. And he's 44-year-old, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Just to put into context, of the age, sort of thing. Randy Orton is in his 40s, I think. Didn't he won the championship at 2004? He was 23 or something, 24, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he maybe was 43, something like that. John Cena, obviously, same age group. Batista's even older because Batista had a good 10 years before he got into the business.
Yeah.
I think Batista's in his 50s, if not 50 itself. It's just one of those things. When Shawn Michaels came back, and towards the latter part of his career, he was in his 40s, I think, when he retired. So it's not a case of they're too old. I just think that it's a kind of a missed opportunity, but then again, I'm the same person that when it was Flair versus Hogan in the in WCW. Oh, fuck's sake, Piper.
I never thought I'd see the day when I actually see someone eating ass in wrestling. What the fuck, Piper?
Piper just tossed Hogan's salad.
My childhood.
I might put that as the quote on the for the episode name.
Yeah.
The night that Piper tossed Hogan's salad. It's not like
I was about to say, like, I was so happy that you brought up Piper for our bookmark show. I'm just so glad you don't write shit like this.
No pun intended.
It's like Orton? No. It's like Piper, when Hogan said he was going to make you eat shit. The idea wasn't to get there first.
Classic Piper.
Yep.
Little poke to the eye.
Yeah, yes.
I love the fact that Piper, no matter who he was heel or face, never fought like it. Like,
Yep.
he was running. That's going to hurt because of the way he bit his ass.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he going to do now? Oh, thank God.
Oh, what a classic.
Stop presenting yourself, Hogan.
God damn it.
We know it's a sign of submission, but come on, dude.
Oof, shit in hell.
Here's the thing for you, boss. You know we were talking before about Eddie Guerrero looking in amazing shape, and obviously Hogan does as well.
Yes.
And you're not a big guy when it came to, obviously with veins, you do not like them, right?
No, I'm not a big vein guy.
What about with Brock? Ooh.
Oh!
What about Brock? You know when Brock did when he first came out though, like the 2000s.
Yeah, but
right?
he was just a barrel with barrels
but
for
then
arms.
But he flexed and he had that weird extra fucking muscle on his chest.
Yeah, fucking weird, right?
I don't know. He's the only person I've ever seen that in the wrestling business. Obviously, it's happened a few times since now.
Yeah,
and you do, and it happens even more in like professional like bodybuilding. But like, I just remember thinking that was the weirdest thing ever. Like when he flexed, I was like,
yes,
like, how is he?
Absolutely.
How has he folded his muscle over? Like,
yeah, it's just fucking weird, man.
Michael Buffer has no emotion in this match. Like,
yeah.
I mean, don't get us wrong. Me and Boss haven't, we're not looking forward to this match. And I'm guessing Boss wasn't when he saw the fucking little blurb at the destruction as he started to put the fuckery on. But, like, yeah, I mean, at least we're trying to distract ourselves with other shit and make it funny.
How could...
Well, technically, Hogan won that. He was the first person to leave the cage. Boss? Okay, Boss.
Just what the fuck?
I'll be honest with you, Boss. I was worried that the screen had frozen because you looked as if you were like mid-blink.
I'm just... Come on! Oh!
I tell you what's nasty looking about that cage. You know what's nasty looking about that cage is the reason you're flinching. It's the way them bars are.
Yeah.
Like they're not flat. They're squared.
Yeah. I hate the metal guardrail. That's some bullshit.
It is some bullshit. He won the match. He was the first to escape the cage.
Hogan, do you not want the belt?
I suspect he's going to get pushed back by someone right now.
Sting?
Yep. That's the real Sting, isn't it? Is that the real Sting? I don't know in WCW. There's that infamous moment where Sting comes down and has the mask, takes it back off, and it's still Sting.
Yeah. Yeah, what a dumb moment.
Well, it's because they kept showing fake Sting, so everyone kept taking the mask off, and then when Sting did it, it was still Sting. It was like, oh no, that's the real one. Okay, I get that one. I do not like the TNA reconnection of it, though.
No. Oh, no. Oh.
Is that a mask? Is that paint? I can't tell.
I don't know.
If it's paint, it's on thick, like, isn't it?
Aye.
Much better, much like more than he did later on in his career, where he just like 2 minutes into a match, it's basically wiped off his fucking finger. Although it did help the Joker look a little bit more, to be fair. Yeah. And I will say this: I'm in the minority. I liked Joker Sting.
No, I like Joker Sting too.
But we're in the minority on that.
Yeah, I think it was obviously on the nose. Like it was clearly a rip-off. but it was a rip-off done well.
Yeah, and he did it well, to be fair. That was
Yeah.
the thing. Also, to me, it was one of the few times Sting was entertaining again.
Yes.
Because Sting had always been this, he was, I'll be honest with you, I love a heel Sting.
Not only that, it just seemed like he was having fun.
Yeah. I mean, I
And
love...
when wrestlers are having fun, you know what I mean?
It comes across.
Exactly.
You know, whether that's in matches where you can tell there's a loving their in-ring work, or whether it's promos, or whatever it is, you can tell. But, like, to me, the two times I really enjoyed Sting, because I wasn't a Sting fan in WCW, mainly because, I like Big Sexy and Razor, and, like, the NWO was cool and everything else, But...
I would never climb that shit.
Fuck no. I mean, I'm scared of heights,
See, I know their futures.
Backwards, he's going to hit that fucking cage.
I know, right? That's what I'm thinking. Even though I know that can't possibly happen.
Whoa.
What?
Well, that was the earliest thing, because he's got the same hair.
Yeah.
Well,
fuck?
I mean, at this point, we still do have NWO Stings, so who the fuck knows, right? Like...
Yeah, to be honest with you, I was getting sick and tired of hearing the NWO theme.
I'm never sick of it. It's one of my favourite themes. And I appreciate having the Macho Man difference. He's the only one who had a different fucking theme to it. But as I say, the two times I really enjoyed Sting was Joker Sting.
Yes.
And Main Event Mafia Sting.
Yes.
I loved that version of Sting, because I was a big fan of the original Main Event Mafia. The heel Main Event Mafia, Sting, Steiner, Nash, Booker, Angle. That was that's the Main Event Mafia to me. Joe, I was okay with.
Mm-hmm.
But,
oh no.
But I was very much more a fan of the original, and also it led to some classic promos by Scotty.
Yes.
He's fat. He's fat. All right, Scott. I don't like him. He's fat.
Yeah, and then of course later in life you get the before that you have the Steiner mathematics, which has become a thing. Which I love.
Steiner mathematics.
The fact that even fucking Chris Parks and AJ Styles brought on, that's like, oh yes.
I like them two having a little interaction on TV actually.
Yeah.
And the fact that didn't they bring up Joseph Park as well? They actually brought up the gimmick of Joseph Park. So you're like, the fuck's he got away with that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. No one cares about Impact.
Yeah. I remember the whole Kurt Angle thing. So, I do hear TNA hiring. It was just like...
I love the two reactions to that as well.
Yeah.
Sammy's disappointed that he says, I hear TNA's hiring.
Yeah.
And Angle's like, how fucking... KO's like, how fucking dare you?
Yeah.
Why would I work for that shit show?
Well, of course... Then you got the whole Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
One. It's like, you could have asked me anything. You could have asked me about AEW.
Yeah.
And it's
that is not looking good on the cage.
No.
He put his foot down on he put his foot down on one of those bars dropped.
It's setting off all my fucking hype things. Oh, God.
Oh,
I don't like it.
Here comes Roddy.
I don't like it. Oh, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Shit. Oh, fuck, man.
It's another Sting.
Let's focus on the Sting. Let's just look at the Sting. Oh, God.
Oh, and another one.
Oh, God.
That's a really bad wig. That's what they said. Oh, what?
Oh, God. I'm not the... he's like, I don't mind heights. It's when people are on top of them. Like, on a very perilous level. Like, I could be on top of the building, no problem. Like, if I'm standing in the middle of the roof, I've got no problem. If I get towards the edge, I freak out. I could stand on a helipad.
You'd be terrible at those, like, in America, they got, like, the Sears Tower and stuff like that, where you can see through the fucking floor, right?
Yeah, like I could stand on a helipad, no problem, and look around, and go, wow, what a skyline, what a view. But if I got in the air, yeah, if I got on the, like, and I don't mind being in a plane. I love being in a plane and looking down, because, you know, it's unlikely that
I'm great on a plane until it fucking sets off. I said to him, I was legitimately telling that to I think it was my mother the other day. She was on about how she's not great on planes and like getting on the plane, and then when she's on the plane she's fine. But to me, it's very much a case of I'm fine getting on them. It's when it sets off I got a fucking issue. Like, because as soon as it rocks, I'm fucking all over the place.
We have a busted open Hogan.
This is a pure cage match as well because there's no referee in the middle.
Yeah. Oh.
I'll tell you what, it was very rare to see, not just Hulk Hogan busted open, but like to see blood in WCW.
Yeah.
They had a lot. They would have a lot of like really hard hitting matches, and you wouldn't see a lot of blood, which was quite the opposite in over in like over in WWE, like.
Geek?
Yeah.
No, he asked a question.
Oh, he answered it properly. Very good. Huh. Well, the referee's getting called in to make the count. Why wasn't the referee in there the whole time if that was an option?
I have no idea.
Hulk Hogan booking on the fly here? Like...
I don't care.
He's given the universal sign for 2.
Yeah.
It's Macho Man, what? Mach, there's a door right there! There's literally a door around the... You can't reach from there, Mach. Mach! Oh, boss. Boss!
Oh, no.
And we've just lost Stevie Boss. He'll be back with us in a small second. You think Mosh had second thoughts when he got up there?
I had second thoughts. I had second and third thoughts.
You had sickening third thoughts.
Yeah, my second was fuck. My third was no. Oh, my stomach.
That's 2.
Oh.
That's 2. That's 3. That's over. That's not even for the championship. It's not even for the championship. So we've watched a pay-per-view, one of their biggest pay-per-views, and so far, only like one of them has been for, like, what, they had the US title and they had the TV, like, the Cruiserweight, sorry, as well. But their tag team titles weren't defended, and neither was their world. What the fuck is going on? What is that Sting? Is it not a Sting? What the? Nope, it's some dude wearing a mask. He was wearing some fishnets over his face. It looked like an NWO t-shirt on. Like, oh, they're getting handcuffs, guys.
I need a map to what the fuck is going on here right now, because I am lost.
Well, let's just hope they don't lift the cage. How has Savage got any energy left after that DDP match?
And that elbow drop?
Hey, let's be honest. He just had to jump for that one. He didn't really get... He didn't hit much. Like...
The jumping's not the hard part. The landing is very much where the effort needs to be applied.
Oh, God, Hogan's got a... Hogan thinks he's...
Ugh.
The fuck? Ah, no.
Ah! There's a door! No one's locked it!
Well, the referee was ready to beat the shit out of him as well. Oh, and also, by the way, keep the camera on him. Don't get security to get in there. Like, yeah. Why are we watching a fan get assaulted?
Is it a fan?
I mean, as far as I know, it is. Like, well, security is now getting in the ring. Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. Like, we're legitimately watching you beat the fuck. This is assault, and you're taping it. No, you shouldn't have. But like, you're now. Security, get everyone like away.
I don't think that's a fan. I think that's just a kind of placed
Plan.
kind of like, yeah, it's like, no, it's a plant, I reckon.
Well,
Because put it this way, if he was a fan, he'd be down by now. He's a fit lad, you know, but he would have had himself knocked the fuck out. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying, I think that's a plant.
Oh, is that the end of the show? Is the last thing we're going to... Yeah, that's the end of the show.
We have credits?
Yeah, WCW put credits at the end of their pay-per-views.
Wow.
So, end of some of their TV shows as well.
Wow.
Yeah. That is, let's just... I'm going to see if anything comes up at the end of this. But, that is a very abrupt ending.
Yeah.
We see our two of our biggest stars beat the fuck out of a plant, and then, I mean, that's if it is a plant. Yeah. And then we just cut to the credits.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's very weird. Although not unusual for Halloween Havoc, as we'll probably see another time with a different match. A rather infamous match. If you will. But, I told you, boss, you were in for a weird show that time, bro. Like...
It was definitely, like, it had some really good moments in there, like, some really good matches. It wasn't a bad pay-per-view, but there wasn't a semblance of what the fuck is going on, you know? So there was a lot of stuff which is like, eh?
Well, and then we end up with we just end up with a promotional for World War III, and that is it over. That is the end of Halloween Havoc 1997.
Yeah.
Boss, you were aiming there. Have you found something out about our plant?
I am currently looking into it, and frankly, all there are rumors and conjecture. There is no...
So it's just rumor and innuendo bullshit.
However, the large majority of people are claiming that it was indeed a fan.
Well...
that it seems to be the kind of misconception. Sorry, not misconception. That seems to be the consensus. Sorry.
Yeah.
That it was.
Okay.
And the way that they are talking about this, the type of punches that were thrown, plus how confused the other Stings looked when this guy just ran past them.
Yes.
So
yeah,
it was like, so the consensus seems to be that it was a fan, but I remain skeptical. But yet again, that's because, you know, it's WCW.
That's very true. It is WCW. As I said, I remember telling Boss before we started this, it would be an interesting one. There's some absolutely great ones.
I enjoyed that. I actually enjoyed that. Yeah. I think it ended badly in terms, not like terrible, but just like kind of sloppily ended.
That may be a reoccurring theme in our WCW watches, to be honest with you. That being said, though, there was, like I said, for me, the match of the night is going to be the Eddie versus Rey. It's a classic. It is my favourite. Although there was a couple of matches that came really close. The DDP versus Savage was a great story, a great fight. Despite the fact that, you know, hitting people with polystyrene is not as effective as they're making it out to be.
No,
And
no,
also,
they're severely overestimating the effectiveness of polystyrene violence.
and also, I did really enjoy Nature Boy versus Kurt Hennig. But,
Yeah.
Boss, yourself, you got a particular favorite, or are you in...
To be honest with you, yeah, I mean, it was a good opening match. Like, that's the kind of match you would want to book on TW.
Yeah.
To get the crowd going. Which, by the way, don't forget you can catch Bookmark. You know, it's our show where we go head to head. He books Raw, I book SmackDown, but we both together try to keep the WWE as number one. But for me, I would say probably my favorite match of them all was, it was, it'd have to be Eddie and Ray would be my favorite match. There is a match that was slightly disappointing, which was Randy Savage versus DDP, just because it had a weird thing. Like, it seemed like it could have been, the writing could have been neatened up a bit, but not a terrible match by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun for us, you know. We've enjoyed that. We've enjoyed doing the, as we say, we've already got another one ready for you in November. And who knows? Potentially, there could be another October one, but I'll have to discuss about that off screen.
Yes.
With that being said, though, that is Stevie Bones.
Stevie Bones? It's spooky. Yes, I'm Stevie Bones. Halloween. Spooky.
That is Stevie Boss, Steve Jones 313. You can find him everywhere at Steve Jones 313.
Yeah. That's the geek. That's the Geek Reaper.
The Geek Reaper. I am the Carnage Brew himself, the Geek King. You can find me at Geek Streams, G33K Streams, and also on Twitch at twitch.tv/Geek King. Same as it is just below us there. All right. Yeah. This has been, he's got a bicycle.
Yeah, a bicycle.
And that was Halloween Havoc 1997. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say, but...
Oh, please, will you stop?
That's my thoughts exactly, Guerrero. See you later, guys.